Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live preview for you for the next UFC card, UFC 311 pay-per-view, first pay-per-view of the year. Should be a crazy card. I cannot wait for it, man. I'm honestly like I'm so pumped. I cannot wait to see Marab just lose like a 50-45. I'm really praying that that happens. Like, you guys know how much of a big hater I am of Marab. Not, I don't hate the guy personally. Like, come on, I don't hate the guy personally. Like, don't get this wrong. I just don't like the guy. I mean, I just don't like. I just want to see him fight. Like, should be a good fight though. I mean, I'm not saying Marab's like a more boring than Umar. Umar's pretty fucking boring too. Let's be honest. But yeah, that should be a good matchup there. Hopefully you guys are doing all good. You guys are doing well. I mean, it's Thursday, and it's only like 2:30 right now, guys. Let's go. Let's go West Coast in the house. Let's go West Coast. Let's fucking go. Mario Barrios in the house. Let's go Mario Barrios. Guys, we got a crazy card, man. Look at this card. Look at this absolute stack card we got on our hands this week. It's not like, I mean, even UFC Vegas was actually pretty good. Let's do a quick recap. Let's do a quick recap for UFC. I do want to do a quick recap for UFC. I lost like 1.7 units on UFC UFC Vegas. I think UFC Vegas 1-1. So I was on 1.7 units on that card. But on the lucky for me, like on the weekend, I mean, LFA was pretty good for me. So on the weekend, I was up like 1 unit, so it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that terrible. I know it could have been a lot better if I just picked some better underdogs. I mean, Ghazi Yuslav just fucking let me down, man. That dude's got a he's forever. Like, I'm never gonna trust that guy ever again. But yeah, this was the one. This guy really like let me down. I can't trust this guy anymore ever. Yeah, I guess you live and learn, right? You live and learn, man. So let's see what happens. So I had a couple of parlays, right? I had a couple of parlays. My main parlay, my main parlays were Aliyev and Magomed Ghazi Yusufa. So I had Aliyev and Ghazi Yusufa. Then I had Ghazi Yusufa, and I think I had Hebus in there. So obviously that didn't catch. That wasn't gonna catch anyways. But yeah, I'm excited for pay per view, man. UFC 310. We made like 6 units on that card, so I'm pretty happy with the pay per views. I think there's better fights to target, especially these championship fights. I mean, Islam. I know people are like complaining Islam's minus 400. Bro, the guy should be minus 400. Like, let's be honest now. Like, who else should be minus 400 if not Islam Makhachev? This guy's already beat Armin Tsarukyan. So like, I completely get I mean, Austin Bassett shouldn't be minus 300. Like, if you're gonna bet anyone at minus 400, minus 300, like, why would you bet on Austin Bassett at minus 350, minus 300? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Like, you should be betting, if you're gonna bet anyone at chalk, like minus 350, minus 400, like, it's gotta be you gotta make sure that you gotta see everything from them, right? Islam Makhachev, we've seen everything from Islam Makhachev. So I think the Dagestani they're gonna be rolling this week. They're gonna I'm pretty confident Dagestani this week. But let's do the breakdown. Let's go over last week's quickly. So obviously in the main event, I mean, Aliyev, Nurlo Aliyev versus Joe Selecki. I mean, it was, bro, I honestly, like, I'm not even like a fan of Nurlo Aliyev. This guy's fucking boring, man. This guy's so fucking boring. Like, I don't like watching this guy fight. I mean, it's, I guess we can give him a break. I mean, he came back after a layoff. He was supposed to fight a different guy. Who was he supposed to fight? He was supposed to fight Asmus, that Juice guy from where is he from? Israel. I think he's from Israel, right? So I guess Ali was supposed to fight I guess he was supposed to fight Asmus. Maybe he would have finished him. I don't know. But yeah, Slecki, I mean, Slecki won the third round. I mean, so like, we gotta look at that, right? Like, third round, just Slecki coming in short notice, winning the third round. Like, that's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. Yo, Andy, you got fucking problems, man. Like, do something better with your life. God damn. Holy shit. Like, you're fucking hopping in my stream, man. Like, just trolling, bro. Like, come on, you gotta do something better with your life, man. Come on, you gotta have something better to do than that, man. Yo, what's going on, Antoine? Let's go, Antoine. Let's go, brother. How excited are you for UFC 311? Yo, what's up, boys? Saying what's up from the desk job. Let's go, Antoine, bro. I didn't have anything to do today. Like, I'm pretty free today, so I'm probably gonna do a live stream later, like maybe for the press conference. Like, I do want to watch the press conference. Like, I know Armin and Rob are they're gonna be chirping at each other like all the press conference. So I definitely want to be. I don't know if I'm gonna be live for the press conference. Maybe I'm thinking about it right now. But yeah, I do want to see that press conference. Like, I don't want to miss this press conference. Right? Like, it's Islam and Armin. I don't think they're really gonna be talking all that much. But Rob and Umar, I mean, I know Rob's gonna be chirping like crazy. He's not happy that they're giving him Umar in his first ever title defense. I think Rob's like 34 now. Isn't he 34 now? So like he's kind of getting up there, almost 35 years old. He's kind of creeping up there slowly, you know. But yeah, let's cover it. So obviously, I'll leave. I hope he fights at least 2 more times this year. Like I really want to see him stay more active. He's 24 years old. I guess it's not. He doesn't have the rush, right? He's only 24, so still has some time to get better, make improvements. So not the worst thing ever, I guess. Not finishing Selecki. Selecki is pretty tough. I mean, we've seen him finish a few times. I mean, but in the UFC, we've only seen him finish once in a fight where he went for armbar and got slammed on his head. So maybe that was a little bit fluky. I mean, that could happen to anyone, I guess. So Olive not finishing Selecki, I guess. He wasn't supposed to finish him anyway, so still a good win. I mean, he controlled the fight basically for the majority of the fight. He won the first round. I mean, third round, him losing third round to Selecki on short notice. I'm not really impressed by that. We're gonna have to watch out for Olive going forward, but he's only 24, so he still has a lot of time to fix some mistakes that he's making out there, fix that cardio, maybe. But yeah, I think Olive is gonna be able to get a bunch of wins. I mean, it's gonna be boring. It's not gonna be that impressive. But yeah, he just has that style, right? That style of just controlling fights, and he knows how to stay safe from bottom if he is in danger. Getting attacked with the arm bars and submissions and stuff like that. So I think Olive is pretty solid. I'm still kind of like, I still want to see what kind of chin he has. Like if he fights someone like maybe, I don't know, Robai really isn't known for knockout power. Maybe Matus Rabeski. I mean, like there's a bunch of other guys like Charlie Campbell. I think honestly, I would probably pick him or Charlie Campbell. Maybe Mauricio Hufi, right? Or Rufi versus Olive. Like who'd you guys pick in that matchup, right? Like I'd probably go with I don't know, man. I've seen Rufi get taken on before on the Contender Series, so there's definitely a possibility that Olive can, if they match him up. I don't know if they're gonna match him up right now. I know the UFC trying to build up Rufi right now. They're really trying to build Rufi up. I know they wanted Rufi to go out there, get a crazy KO on that pay per view last time. Was that UFC 310? I can't remember. If it was UFC 310. Maybe it was UFC 309. It might have been UFC 309. But yeah, I know they're expecting, UFC was expecting, the matchmakers are definitely expecting him to go out there get a KO over James Lontop, who's not in the UFC anymore. I think he got cut from the UFC now, so that sucks for James Lontop. But yeah, I don't know. They might just give him like another easy matchups. I mean, Olive. I mean, who else is there at 155? I mean, there really isn't a lot of people that are easy matchups at 155. Maybe at the tail end of the roster, maybe then, but I think Olive is pretty solid. But I don't know if I'm gonna like feel crazy comfortable parlaying him up like in the future when he fights like someone up the rankings, like when he fights someone that can defend his takedowns and like has high volume on the feet, can strike pretty well. So that's gonna be a problem for Olive, I feel like. But for now, until that top 20, I mean, maybe I think Joel Alvarez. I would probably pick Alvarez. I think he probably would take down Joel Alvarez down, but I don't think he would be able to like just stay on top and stay safe, right? Like on the feet, obviously Alvarez would crucify him, I think. But yeah, I want to see that matchup, right? I want to see something like that, but he's only 24, so he's still got a few more years to go. Next fight on the card, obviously we had Fatima Klein versus Dudakova. Guys, if you guys are not familiar, we're gonna do a preview for last week, and then we're gonna recap. I mean, and then we're gonna do a live breakdown for we're gonna be here for a minute. We're gonna be here till like probably like 5, maybe 5 or 6 or something like that. So we're gonna be here for a minute, and let's go. What's going on? MMA Clips in the house. Let's go, bro. Good to see you. I lost all my money and had to stop betting on fights for a long time. Damn, bro, is that really what happened? Yeah, this game, bro, is crazy, right? Like UFC 310 was pretty good for me, but last card, I think the Tampa card was really good for me, man. I had a crazy parlay on that one. But the last card, the first card of UFC, I mean, LFA was pretty good for me last week, but UFC wasn't that good because I had Magomed, whatever his name is, Ghazi Yasulov. This guy, I trusted this guy too much, man. He could have won that fight. Honestly, he should have won that fight. Let's be honest. He should have won that fight. He's a way better striker. Just doesn't have the strength to like fight his way through a clinch, right? Like that's the problem with the Magomed Ghazi Yasulov. And these guys out of Bahrain, man, we got to watch out for these guys out of Bahrain. I don't trust a lot of these guys out of Bahrain. I shouldn't have trusted him either, man. Honestly, like, but I just didn't think he's gonna get clinched and like just get controlled against the fence, man. Like, I just didn't see that happening. So I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry if I told any of you guys to go bet money on this guy because he just didn't fight to his full potential. So he's 9-1, but it's not the fact that he lost, right? If he got KO'd or like if he was trying to get a win and he just got clipped, he got knocked out or got something, I'd be like, okay, right, it happens. You're gonna make a mistake. I mean, it's the fight game. 4-ounce gloves, you can get clipped, you can get put away. That's not why like I'm disappointed with Magomed. The fact that he just stopped fighting, bro, after the first round when he's getting clinched and taken on, he just kind of gave up, man. That's what happened. He just kind of gave up. He's not like a lot of these Dagestanis, they're embarrassed to lose. They don't want to lose, right? Like they're MMA is like a big part over there in the region in Russia, Dagestan. I mean, like Armenia, like Georgia, like these places, man. These guys don't like losing. I mean, like there's a lot on the line. They don't like losing. I feel like Magomed Ghazi-Yaslav, like when he's seeing the fight not going his way, he's like, "Fuck him, man. I don't think this is gonna work out." He's like, "I'm just gonna maybe fight another day." He wasn't even trying like after the first round and a half. He wasn't even trying. So like forever, man, Ghazi-Yaslav is on my do not bet list forever. I'm never gonna trust this guy. I'd probably pick him. I think I would pick him over some guys in the UFC at the lower end. I mean, not in the top 15. Maybe Petrino. Maybe they can do Petrino versus Magomed Ghazi-Yaslav. Maybe they can do that matchup, but I'm not ever gonna trust this guy ever. I'd probably bet the over. I think Ghazi-Yaslav is pretty tough. So if people are gonna beat him, they're probably just gonna beat him the same way Lopez was able to beat him, just working him, clinching him, making him work, making him defend takedowns, not giving him all that space to work with. So I think that's gonna be the problem for Magomed Ghazi-Yaslav. But there's a few guys that he could beat at light heavyweight, I feel like. But I'm not gonna trust this guy. Maybe at underdog odds, I'll maybe take a shot on him. But at least we know the next time he fights, the odds are gonna be close because now that he lost, if he was like 10-0, I think it'd be like minus 500 next time. Now that he lost, he's gonna be like minus. I think he's gonna be like minus 150, minus one, maybe even money next time. But I don't think I'll trust this guy. I like losing fights, man. It happens all the time. People lose fights all the time. That's not the problem. The problem is like you not even out there trying. Like when you're losing the fight, not even like you're not trying to change anything. You're not trying to make adjustments. That's the worst part. Like let's go on Latrell Spencer. I sent a DM to Dude Koba asking if he enjoys getting slapped too. didn't see apologize or something. I swear I seen her apologize, right? Like did she not apologize to the people? So you should be apologizing to her coach. I mean, but maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's something they do in the gym. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's something they do in the gym, right? You never know. Maybe the coach is into that. I mean, I've never been slapped by a girl, so I don't know. That's not really my cup of tea. Yo, what's going on, SFT? Let's go, man. Guys, me and SFT, we're gonna do an interview. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we're gonna do an interview. We're supposed to do an interview last week. I've been pretty busy with work, so haven't been able to get around to it. But it's gonna be fun chatting it up with our boy David. God, he just didn't want to win. It's not that he didn't want to win. He just seen the fight be tougher. Like Brenton Barrow kind of gassed out. Like he was doing pretty well. He won the first round. He just kind of gassed out. I should have known. I should have seen the signs coming. Like the signs were all there, man. Brenton Barrow. I was like, Brenton Barrow is pretty dangerous. Like he's got a lot of knockout power. Like, yeah, all you have to do is not get clinched. Like if he just had a better way of fighting out of clinch, I think he would have won that fight for sure. Like, not much happened in that fight. If I'm being honest, man, like not much happened in that fight. It was just Lopez just pressuring him right from the get go. Basically, that's basically what happened in that one. Yeah, I just feel like he just kind of packed his bags and he's like, shit, man. I don't think this is not going to go for me. I'm just gonna lose this fight. It is what it is. That's what I've seen from Magomed Ghazi. So seriously, like. Yeah, I can't believe how long he got controlled, man. Like his takedown defense wasn't even that bad early. He just doesn't know how to fight his way out of a clinch. I mean, that's the problem with Ghazi Magomed, but whatever. It is what it is. And Anessa winning another split. I mean, bro, you might as well just start betting this girl like to go to split. This isn't every time. You would have been able to get that like plus 250, plus 300. And I was even talking about that in my breakdown that Anesta, bro, like her fights are like super close when they shouldn't be. She shouldn't be. Her fights shouldn't be this close. It shouldn't be this close. But she's 5'9". She has a crazy reach advantage. I mean, for those weight class 125, she's got a 71-inch reach. I mean, like there's flyweights. There's guys that are flyweights or bantamweights that have a 66. Like Herbeski, you guys know number two Herbeski. Like I'm sure, yeah, you guys know number two Herbeski. The guy has a 66-inch reach, bro. Like how crazy is that, right? Number two Herbeski fights at 155, and his reach advantage is like it's not even an advantage. I mean, so he's got a 66-inch reach. And Ernest has a 71-inch reach. That's pretty crazy to think about. But yeah, anyways, Ernesta, yes, he's 26, man. I picked her because of her striking. I mean, I didn't bet this fight, but Nicola Cagliari is actually pretty good, man. I think she's gonna be a problem. Let me not say she's gonna be a problem. I think she's gonna be pretty good when she's not fighting someone that's like fucking towering over her, like Ernesta Kirchkat. Cagliari, once he fight, maybe at 115. I don't know if she can make 115, but I want to see her make 115. I think she could make 115 if she really tried. 5'3", 115 wouldn't be a bad weight class for her. She lost in her UFC debut. I mean, she wasn't supposed to win that fight anyways. It was a split, close fight. She's still out there pushing forward, trying to get takedowns, trying to make something happen. At least Cagliari, man. That's what I want to see from Cagliari, right? That's what I want to see from Magomed. I mean, Magomed, he wasn't even trying. Like, at least Cagliari was out there trying to win that fight. Like, she's trying to get takedowns. She's trying to get a submission. She's trying to get strike with her. So like Cagliari, I think she's her feature's pretty bright. She's only 29 or 28, so I still think she's relatively pretty young. And I do want to see her go down to strawweight, though. I don't know if she can make strawweight. She's got a pretty big, a lot of cake on her. She's definitely got a lot of cake on her. Let me just say that much. But yeah, I don't know if she's gonna make 115. But I mean, there's other girls that are like 5'3", 5'4". So at 5'8", I mean, most girls are like 5'5", 5'6". That's what they normally are around. So maybe she can try 115 if she doesn't win her next fight. But I'm probably gonna pick her next fight. I think she can beat a few girls. I'm not sure she's gonna be fighting for the belt in the future, but I think Cagliari is pretty good. I was actually more impressed with Cagliari than Ernesta. Ernesta, I haven't really seen anything new from Ernesta. Her takedown defense is still not that great. She's still getting taken on. She has a pretty good get-up game though, so that's pretty good. I mean, but I don't think I'll ever bet on Ernesta fight because you gotta kind of hope the judges get it right. Where you're like one judge had it for Cagliari, so like people that parlayed Ernesta, like you're definitely worried. I mean, that fight going the distance. Even I was like telling people in my live stream, like I was like, bro, I don't think this fight's like that one-sided. I think this fight's pretty close. It's gonna be like split. You could just feel it, right? When you watch a fight, you can just tell the way the fight's going, and that's what I felt like was happening in that one. Bro, this fight, I mean, I had the over 1.5 rounds. I was like Preston Parsons, been in UFC for a minute. So like I'm 1-1 on Jacoby Smith bets now. Like I bet the over 1.5 rounds in Jacoby Smith's Dana White Contender Series fight. But man, they didn't take this guy any time, bro. This guy just came out there and knocked him out in the first, like, I don't even know, 1 minute. Like it might have been 1 minute 90 seconds. Maybe it was 90 seconds. I can't remember how long it was. But yeah, I was holding my breath. I was like, when I seen Jacoby Smith and Parsons walking on, I was like, I don't know. When I seen Parsons walking on, he just kind of looked off, man. So I don't know. Maybe he wasn't prepared. I know he's preparing for who was the matchup that he was preparing for? I know he's preparing for another matchup, right? Wasn't he preparing for another matchup? Yeah, it was Andreas Gustafsson, right? So it was Andreas Gustafsson that he was preparing for. I don't know. I think would have got KO'd. I mean, by Gustafsson too, but I think Gustafsson probably would have taken a little bit longer than Jacoby Smith. So that sucks for Parsons, man. My former lock of the week, Parsons. Yeah, it wasn't much of a fight. I mean, so I don't know, Parsons. I think I don't think he's gonna keep him around for longer. He's not that entertaining, bro. He's fucking boring. Like when he wins, it's pretty boring. It's not that entertaining. So I don't think the UFC's gonna. They might give him one more fight. I mean, maybe, but I don't think the UFC's gonna like trying to build him up or anything like that. The guy's like 5-11-6 now. I like Parsons. I do like Preston Parsons. I mean, I'm not like crazy about his fighting style. I mean, I don't think he's that crazy good. Like he's not that talented, but he's pretty good everywhere. He can wrestle, he can strike pretty well, he can box pretty well. Doesn't have a lot of KO power. I think that's the problem for him because guys just don't respect him, right? So like open Jacoby Smith just didn't respect his power at all and knocked him out early. So it is what it is for Preston Parsons, guys. Yo, I'm close that I have 5 units in Tigger and Gilton parlay, bro. Tigger, we'll talk about Tigger. I am still picking Tigger, but Tigger is one of those Dagestanis. Like I'm kind of like he's not at the top of my list, right? He's like on the bottom, a little bit on the bottom. I mean, Tigger's like I've seen Tigger. I've been watching Tigger for a while. I watched his Elliott fight, and that was pretty frustrating. I mean, that was pretty frustrating. I had the over 2.5 rounds, so I was pretty happy with that because I was kind of worried that Tigger might choke him out. But yeah, the fight that could have gone differently. I mean, if Elliott wasn't cheating in that one, but I don't know. Tigger just has sometimes like he doesn't like. I feel like he's not like mentally locked in at times out there when he's in that octagon. Yeah, he's fighting Carpenter, who's like he doesn't have the experience that Tigger has. I mean, Carpenter is pretty talented though. That one, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna stay away from that one. But yeah, let's run over. So great win for Jacoby Smith. Big W for Jacoby Smith. We had yeah. So Trey Ogden was winning that fight, guys. I picked Trey Ogden here. I was picking Trey Ogden by decision. I didn't bet this fight. The reason I didn't bet this fight because Trey Ogden, I mean, he's beat a few people right in the UFC. I mean, he won the first round, so it wasn't a bad pick. And I think he dislocated his arm or something like that in the maybe in the first round at the end of the first round. So he was injured, man. So it is what it is for Trey Ogden. I don't think the UFC is gonna give him anyone in top 20 anymore or top up the ranking. They're probably gonna give him someone like up and comers now, like they were before, like with Bahamondes, like with Mota, with all these other guys, Rabadana. So I don't think the UFC is gonna like try to get him top 20, top 25. So he's gonna have to fight down the rankings now. He didn't look horrible. Like before he was injured, like if he wasn't injured, he could have won that fight. Honestly, like he could have got takedowns on Moises. He was getting takedowns. He was all striking Moises early. But yeah, that sucks for Trey though that he got injured. But 35. I mean, I still think he's gonna be able to make some money in the UFC for a while. And Moises, man, I think Moises is actually fucking. It's not that good, man. Moises like a couple years ago, man, Moises was pretty good. I think people were high on Moises. People thought this guy was gonna be a top 10 contender in the UFC, and never really happened, Ray. Never really happened. And you know why? Because the guy is so low volume, doesn't throw any fucking volume. That's why I don't bet on Moises ever. And I just fade him every time. I faded him with Benoit Santini, obviously. I bet Benoit Santini pretty big there. My Ludwig Klein was my lock of the week. I picked him over Ramirez. Obviously, Ramirez is a former welterweight. Fought Protezo on a Dana Recognized Series, I think, last year. And just hasn't been able to put it all together. I mean, but the UFC hasn't really done him any favors. I mean, they gave him Protezo, they gave him Moises. So it's been tough for Ramirez, Brahimas. I mean, but his wins are he's beating guys that he's supposed to beat, I guess, but he's losing to guys that he's supposed to lose. So Moises is, I guess, he's a top 25 gatekeeper now, or it's been. He's been a gatekeeper for a while, top 25 gatekeeper for a while. We're just gonna have to give him that gatekeeper. Money on Monday, Moicano. Money and money, Moicano. Okay, let's go, money and Moicano. I haven't bet that fight. I mean, I'm still thinking about it because the line's like minus 150 now on Money Moicano, and I'm like, I want to get like close to even money if I want to bet Moicano, because like if he doesn't get takedowns, man, I never really feel crazy comfortable like having money on Moicano when he's striking. Not saying that like Darius is a crazy good striker, but I do think technically like Darius is a better striker. It just his chin, right? Their ability is questionable. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up like parlaying him with someone that I really like on the card. Maybe Dawson. I was thinking about Dawson like to win in round 3 or decision and money what kind of parlay. I might do that maybe. American top team parlay. I think that's not horrible. But yeah, I don't know. There's the Dawson, bro. Dawson's like every time I think about Dawson, like I just think about that Bobby Green fight, like him just getting slumped out cold in the first like 10 seconds. I just can't get that out of my head anymore. And I know Money McConnell is tough. I know Money McConnell is way tougher than Dawson. I mean, so maybe I'll just keep Dawson away and just bet 1 unit on like maybe Money McConnell or something like that. Maybe parlay him with Almeida. I like Almeida more than Dawson. But yeah, Let's go. All right, so let me run over those card guys. We're just doing a quick recap. So obviously, like Moises, I mean, it was a pretty fucking bad fight. It was boring as shit. I don't like watching Moises fight, and I don't think Moises is gonna be. I don't think he's back. I don't think Moises is back in any way. I mean, he was on his way to losing that fight before Ogden dislocated his arm. Next fight on the card, obviously, Marco Tulio versus Bateria. The UFC got what they wanted, right? The UFC got what they wanted. I mean, I had Tulio Abdullayev from ONE FC the week before. And the same week I was last week. I mean, ONE FC main event, so I had that parlay. I was pretty confident that parlay. Maybe I should have taken Tulio by knockout. I mean, parlay that instead. I would have got better juice than that. But I was kind of worried that Tulio might take his time. I mean, and maybe mix in a few takedowns, maybe cage push him. Because he's done that before, right? Tulio has the capability to be able to do that, control the fight, clinch people. And but yeah, I guess he knew that Tulio Bateria really wasn't gonna offer him much. And he had the more power. So good win for Tulio. Oh, I hope they give him Petrino. I hope Tulio versus Petrino. I want to see that. I want to see that matchup. Let's see that matchup, Ray. Let's see Tulio versus Petrino. I mean, I really don't know who else is there at light heavyweight. I mean, that weight class that really isn't that stacked right now. Yeah, I think Tulio versus Petrino makes all the sense in the world right now. Maybe Bellato versus. I think Bellato's got a fight coming up, Ray. I think he already has a fight coming up. I don't know who's fighting though, but I think he's got a fight coming up soon. Next fight on the card, we had Felipe Bunes. I switched my pick on the live stream. I think the morning of the fights. I mean, I just felt like John Johnson, man, he's gonna make mistakes, and that's what happened. Bunes went out there, got the armbar submission in the first round. Should have bet fight ends by submission. I was telling people that that's not a bad bet because I knew if they grapples, there's no way this fight's gonna go the distance. I mean, the Johnson makes too many mistakes, and that's what happened. He got caught in the armbar pretty quickly. Next fight on the card, Punahele Soriano, man. I was calling Soriano, and the guy proved me wrong. I was wrong. Punahele Soriano is a fucking big problem, man. This guy's a big problem. Has wrestling, can take people down. He can knock people out. I mean, at 170, bro, this guy's a problem at 170. So, Punahele Soriano, until he fights someone in the top 15, I think Punahele is going to be a fucking problem. Man, this is painful to watch. Medic. I honestly, I was so close to like betting Medic, then I just stayed away. I had a bad feeling. I was worried about honestly, I wasn't even worried about Punahele striking that much. I was worried about the wrestling. I mean, about Punahele, like him just fucking like taking Medic down and just maybe beating the shit out of him from competition. But yeah, he really didn't even need to use the wrestling. I mean, just knocked him out early. It was pretty easy knockout. I don't what was it, like 30 seconds? It was 30 seconds. Okay. So it was more like 15 seconds. I mean, but the referee, I think it might have taken like 10 seconds. The referee stopped the fight. That was pretty bad. That was pretty crazy. Tulio Sparks, Petrino. Yeah, I do think so. I'd pick Tulio. But I don't think Petrino would be able to take him down. I don't know, that would be pretty one-sided matchup. I wonder what the betting lines would be on that one. On Tulio versus Petrino. I think Petrino coming off 2 losses in a row. Him losing to Jacoby is not the worst loss. I mean, Jacoby does have a lot of power, is a former glory kickboxer, so that's not the worst loss to take. The worst loss is obviously that other one, right? The Anthony Smith fight, him getting choked out early. So I feel like Petrino has all the skills, man. It's not Petrino's like, it's not the fact that he can't fight. He can fight pretty well. It's just the fact that his fight IQ and his chin is kind of questionable. He's been dropped before on Dana White in the series by I think he got dropped by Bellato maybe. I think Bellato was the one that dropped him on Dana White in the series. So Tulio, I think Petrino's got problems. I mean, so unless he can, he's only 26, right? So Petrino is still relatively young, so still has a few more years to go. Light heavyweight. I mean, so I guess he still is a baby at light heavyweight. How old is Tulio now? I think Tulio's got to be almost 30, right? He's got to be over 30. Okay, he's 30 years old. So I guess, I mean, I think Petrino can still like fix stuff up. I mean, I think he can still make improvements. He's only 26. He's still relatively young. Umar's a lock, bro. I'm fucking high on Umar and Islam and all the Dagestanis. I mean, maybe other than Tagir, I'm pretty high on everyone else. Christian Rodriguez, guys. I was picking Rodriguez all fucking week. Then last minute I changed my pick to Bassi. Why the fuck did I do that? Trust the tape, right? Trust the tape. I gotta trust my tape study, and My pick was right, man. I was in my breakdown. I was talking about Rodriguez being able to like. I said he's gonna get taken on. He is gonna get taken. He got taken on, and yeah, it's not that easy holding on to Christian Rodriguez, and he's got nice knees up the middle. He's really experienced, man. Like this guy has so much experience fighting this level of like style as Bassi. Like Rosa Jr. does the same thing. Jonathan Pierce does the same thing. I mean, those guys are 6 feet tall. So my breakdown for this fight was pretty much that guys that are beating Christian Rodriguez are 6 feet tall, right? Julian Rosa's like 6 feet tall, 6'1" or 6'2". He's fucking tall. He's like really tall. And Jonathan Pierce is like 6 feet tall, right? So those guys are big enough and they have the wrestling to be able to give him problems, right? I mean, Dogurian, I know Dogurian was Malak the week and he could have won that fight, but him just gassing out, I mean, the way he gassed out wasn't that good. But Bassi, I think Bassi's still going to get better. I think Bassi is only 23 and losing to C-Rod isn't the worst loss. I mean, he's 23 years old and that's what I was telling people, man. Don't trust a guy at 23 years old at minus 300. What happened? We see this happen every fucking week. I mean, I'm almost like we've seen this happen with who was it? I mean, it was I think it was Tessero Tyra, undefeated. I think it's like 24, 23 or something like that. So Bassi, 23 years old. Like there's only a few guys that are undefeated that are like 23 years old, 22 that can like still keep that undefeated record. Like Umar Nurmagomedov, I think it's like he's actually like I think he's older though, but he has a good people around him, like Habib team. They keep him check. So like I feel like it's tough for guys that don't have people around like Habib around them. It's gonna be tough for those people, but I think Bassi is gonna still get better. I'm not like low on Bassi just because he lost to C-Rod. I know people are like shitting on him. Oh, this guy stole my parlays, this and that. Like I know people are pretty pissed off. People are not happy. This happens every week, guys. This happens every week. Anytime people lose parlays, people are like, you go over to their Instagram page, people are like, fuck it. They're not happy. They're like, fuck. People get pissed off, bro. This game is actually pretty crazy. But yeah, I think I think Bassi will be back. I just think they have to take their time with Bassi. I want to see him fight at 135. I don't think Bassi should be fighting 145. If you're having trouble with a guy like C-Rod, controlling a guy like C-Rod on the ground, at 145, I mean, C-Rod the bantamweight, right? He's a former bantamweight that just had problems making bantamweight. I think if he fights like someone like Dogurian, like Bassi, man, I think he's gonna be in for a tough fucking fight, man. So I want to see him move down to bantamweight. I don't think he should be fighting at 145. Bassi, I mean, but I think the skills are there. I think the cardio is there. I think he's tough. I think he's gritty. He's got a pretty good chin on him. He's eating some clean eats from Dogurian. I mean, from Rodriguez. I know Rodriguez isn't really known for that power, but he can time some nice knees with the middle when you're shooting takedowns on him, and he's pretty good at that. So Bassi has a pretty good chin on him, I think. Then we had obviously we had Coppola versus Chris Curtis, right? A little bit of early stoppers, I mean, but Chris Curtis, he got rocked. Chris Curtis was actually looking pretty good early. He was winning the first rounds. I thought Chris Curtis was up 2 rounds in the first round. He was up clearly in the first round. I thought he was up in the second round, like towards the tail end of the second round. That's when he got rocked by Coppola. Coppola was landing the better shots. I think Chris Curtis's cardio is not really there anymore. And when he's fighting sharp strikers, like guys that have speed, that have power, that can kick, those are the guys that normally give Chris Curtis problems. But Chris Curtis looked pretty good in this fight. I stayed away from this fight. I didn't bet this fight because I knew Chris Curtis is a really good boxer. And if you can make Coppola box with him, Chris Curtis is going to make this fight really close. And that's what happened to him. And this fight was really relatively pretty close until like the late second round. That's when Coppola really took over and he won the second round, he won the third round. So obviously got the KO with like a second to go. But Coppola looked pretty good, I think. But this is a tough matchup. And people, Chris Curtis gives tough matchups to almost everyone else. I think Nasruddin Imava was actually looking pretty good before that was no contest. But normally Chris Curtis can give people tough time because he's got pretty good. He's got pretty good defense. I mean, his chin's pretty good. But yeah, the age I feel like is catching up to him now almost. Yeah, I still think that was a bad. Stoppage though. That was just a bad stoppage. Hill might just win. Jerry's face as a human punching bag, bro. Look at Jerry though. How does it keep like? Tell me if Hill was getting pieced up by Rockets, like would he be able to get that KO the way Jerry got that KO? Like, tell me that. Like It just, bro, Jerry just one of those guys. I mean, his style. I feel like it doesn't have to be good, right? He doesn't have to be like. He doesn't have to like be like everyone else. He knows his style is, and he makes it work. That's just the thing about Jerry. I feel like because if you're gonna pick Jerry, you might as well just like. I don't like betting on Jerry fights. I bet him last time over Rockets, but I haven't bet this fight. I think I think someone's gonna get KO'd. I don't think. Yeah, someone's gonna go to sleep here. I don't think this fight's gonna see the scorecards. There's no way. It's gonna finish in the first round. I like that one. Fight ends in the first round. I really like that bet, honestly. Because I know Hill's pissed off right now. I know Hill's really pissed off right now. He's not happy. He's trying to remind the people. So, I mean, I don't even honestly like. I don't even. I'm not even like a Jamal Hill hater. I don't hate the guy. Like, I don't mind him. I think Hill is pretty good as a fighter. He's really good. Yeah. So Kopilov getting that KO of Chris Curtis. I think that's impressive. No one's finished Chris Curtis in the UFC, so I guess it should have gone the distance. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. Good for Kopilov though, getting that one done. Next fight on the card, we had Cesar Almeida. One of the craziest KOs I've seen ever. I was freaking out. I was freaking out when I was watching this fight. I was like, holy shit, no way. Bro, Olsan is a freaking beast in that first round. This dude is a problem. I mean, this is why I don't bet on Olsan. I don't bet against this guy. Bro, he had Almeida in big trouble. I mean, like Almeida is tough, man. I don't know how many people would be able to survive that barrage of punches that Olsan. Olsan in that first like 2 minutes is an absolute problem. I mean, you better be careful in the first 2 minutes. But yeah, Almeida was able to. Olsan got really like reckless. Like he just goes crazy. He sees red. That's what happens with Olsan when he hurts people. Like he just sees red. Like he doesn't care about anything coming back his way. That's what happened. So he got clipped, and it was one of the most craziest one punch KOs I've seen in the UFC. I've been watching him for the past 10 years, and I've seen KOs pretty bad. I mean, pretty crazy KOs, but that was like Josh Emmett, the way Josh Emmett KO'd Bryce Mitchell. It was like really similar. I mean, I don't think Olsen wasn't getting up for like I don't know how long it was. I think it was like 10 minutes or like maybe 5 minutes. It was a pretty long time ago. I mean, this guy was all cold for a long time ago. This is a good spot for Almeida. I mean, so Almeida hasn't like I wasn't that impressed by Almeida in the UFC. I know he's fought some pretty solid guys. I mean, Kopilov, losing to Kopilov isn't horrible. But yeah, I was like, this guy's not really knocking out anyone, man. Like that's my problem with Almeida was like I wasn't really hating on him. I mean, to say I was like kind of just like criticizing him for not like finishing fights. I mean, you as a glory kickboxer, you should be finishing these MMA fighters that are not in top 20, top 15. And Olsen leaves a lot of openings. So I'm glad Almeida was able to take advantage of that and find a crazy highlight KO. I don't know what's next for Almeida. I mean, he's 37, 36, so I don't know what the UFC is going to do with him. They might give him like another striker. That's what they keep doing Almeida. I mean, they gave him wrestler Budka on short notice. Normally, they give him strikers. I mean, Kopla was a striker. Olsen is a striker mostly. So they're probably going to give him another striker. And I'm here for it. I want to see this. I want to see Almeida keep fighting strikers because it makes for good fights. I mean, all right, guys, co-main event of the evening. We had Ponzinibbio versus Harris. I didn't bet this fight. I mean, there's fights that I just want to stay far away from, and this is one of those fights. Harris, I think he might have been up 2 rounds. I mean, was he up 2 rounds? He might have been up 2 rounds, right? I think he was up 2 rounds, and I know he was like knocking down. He knocked on Ponzinibbio. Like Ponzinibbio's balance just isn't there anymore, and he just seems really off, man. Ponzinibbio, like the only thing he kept hitting Harris with was the overhand right. Same punch. I mean, Harris just can't. He just I don't know what happened. Like, it just seems like this guy's like fucking 80 years old. Like, how do you not see that overhand right coming, bro? Like, how do you not move your head? You move your head off that overhand right. Same punch that kept like knocking him down over and over. Same shot every time. Harris just chinny, man. There's no other way about it. I mean, he's just super fucking chinny. He's old. Ponzinibbio chinny. I don't know what the UFC is gonna do with him. It wasn't that bad of a co-main event. I mean, I was shitting on this co-main. I was like, I don't know why these guys are co-main eventing the UFC card. I mean, but it wasn't that crazy. It was actually a pretty good fight. It wasn't like that technical, but it was fun. It was fun to watch. It was definitely fun to watch. Who got fight of the night? Did they get fight of the night? No, they didn't get fight of the night, but it was Olsen, right? That got fight of the night. Okay, it was performance of the night. Okay, so it was Abdul Razak Al-Hassan and Almeida. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, that was a crazy first round they had, so that's fair. That they gave it to Almeida and Al-Hassan. And the main one, obviously, we had Mackenzie Dern taking on Hebus. Guys, we're probably gonna see this rematch this year. I'm gonna call it right now. We're gonna see this rematch, guys. We're gonna see this rematch. I'm not sure when. Probably gonna be another main event. I mean, in the Apex. So make sure you guys are getting ready, man. Make sure you guys get ready, prepared to see Dern versus Hebus trilogy. Hopefully, it's not on pay per view. I'll take it on a fight night card. I mean, they can probably just do 3 rounds. I mean, we don't really need to see 5 rounds, but at least they got an armbar submission. I mean, Dern's like one of those fighters. Every time I pick her to win, she doesn't fucking win. Like she can't win. When I don't pick her to win, she wins. Like it's just I don't know how bad I'm doing in Dern picks. Haven't picked her like right. I haven't picked a Dern fight right in so long. I picked Hebus over her. I picked Lupita Godinez over her. I picked Lemos over her. I picked Dern to beat Andrade. I picked Angela Hill to beat her. Tisa Pennington, I picked her to beat her. Tisa Pennington should have beat her. I mean, I don't know. Just you can't make this shit up, man. Some of these like judges I don't know what the hell they're smoking. But yeah, Mackenzie Dern, crazy submission win, really good win for Mackenzie Dern. And Hebus, I don't know. It was really weird, man. The way he just got the armbar submission. I mean, it was only like 1 second to go or like 4 seconds to go. I don't know how. I think it was the third round. I don't know how many seconds there were left. Yeah, I think Hebus could have survived. I mean, but it was 1-1. So I guess we're gonna watch the trilogy. So who cares? So yeah, it was actually a pretty good card. I think we had like 9 finishes on the card. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 5 finishes on the main card alone. 5 out of 6 fights were finishes on the main card. Yeah, we had 9 finishes on the card. Crazy, guys. Crazy 9 finishes. That's a lot of finishes on the card. All right, guys, we're going to move over to UFC 311 now. We already got 40 minutes in. Crazy how long we've been here. 40 minutes in already. All right, let's talk about this card, guys. First fight on the card, we got Tagir Ulanbekov taking on Clayton Carpenter. I'm probably going to do a live preview after the weigh-ins on Saturday morning. I'm planning on being live for the card, so probably going to do a live preview in the morning like we normally do every Saturday morning after the weigh-ins, and we'll watch the weigh-ins and everything like that too. So Tagir, man, I'm kind of worried about Tagir. Like, is he going to make 125 this time? Like, he was supposed to fight Joshua Van. How long ago was that? Let me see if I can pull it up here. That was actually a while ago, I think. Yeah, he was supposed to fight Tagir. I think no, he was supposed to fight Joshua Wen. I think that might have been at the Apex. I know he's had a couple of cancellations, so he's supposed to fight Alex Perez, which was a ranked opponent. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. They needed Perez to fight. I think they needed Perez to fight. What was it? Who was that guy? Nicolau. I think it might have been Nicolau. Maybe it was Nicolau. I know Nicolau and Perez ended up fighting after that. Last year. Yeah, what's going on, Wilkin? Let's go, Wilkin, in the house. Why was that troll whining about you in AJ's chat? Bro, whatever, man. It's the internet, right? If you're on the internet, man, you're gonna have some trolls. I mean, I don't really let it fucking bother me that much. I had money on Ponzinibbio, so my heart dropped when he got dropped. I wasn't shocked. Honestly, I wasn't shocked that he got dropped because Harris throws from different angles. Like, he doesn't throw for like normally where you expect the punches coming, it doesn't throw from the same angles. Like, it's like from angles that you don't really expect it from. That's where he throws punches from. So like it's kind of hard to like tell where he's gonna throw next. And also Ponzinibbio is like he's fucking old as shit. So I mean I'm happy that he won, right? I picked him to win too, but I even watching that fight, man, I'm not gonna fucking bet on the guy. I mean, honestly, fights like some absolute scrub, maybe then. But I don't know. Like if I was plus money, like if I got him at like plus money, I would have bet him maybe one in it, but I don't know. There's guys that I watch fight and I just don't feel comfortable putting money on him. Yeah, I know people, bunch of people got him at plus money. So if you got him at plus money, that was a good play on a Ponzinibbio money line. The fight doesn't go the distance was a good bet too, but that could have gone the distance if Marksman didn't stop the fight either. Like that was kind of early stoppage too, but it was kind of weird. It was kind of a weird fight. I mean, but yeah, let's break down this fight. So Tagir Ulanbekov, guys, he's training over there with Habib, and I watched Habib's interviews, guys, and What Habib and these guys say about Tagir is that if Tagir, like, he's not. I would say Tagir's like one of those guys not as locked in as Umar or Islam. Like Islam, Usman Nurmagomedov over there in Bellator, and which Bellator's not no more anymore. I mean, Bellator's no more. It's PFO now alone. And they got rid of Bellator now. So Usman Nurmagomedov, I think these Umar Nurmagomedov, Habib and Islam, these guys like Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov, Tagir Lindbeck. I feel like these guys are like the run. Like they're not the same level of like Umar. I don't feel like they take their career as serious as Umar. But I know for a fact that him training with Habib this time, him training with Islam and Umar, him having Umar as a training partner. I mean, him training wrestling with Umar. Like who else can you train with that's better than Umar? Like right now at the lower weight classes, I mean, there really isn't anyone else. He's got all the Dagestanis over there training wrestling. I mean, Carpenter has been going out there mixing in the wrestling, striking with people, but I think Carpenter is more of a grappler that learned how to box. He can box. His boxing is. I'm going to say Carpenter has better boxing than Tagir. I do think his boxing is a little bit better, cleaner, but his striking defense isn't that crazy, and he doesn't have the best kickboxing from range. His cardio is pretty good. I think Carpenter has pretty good cardio. His ability to take your back and lock in the arm body triangle is pretty slick. Is he going to be able to do that to Tagir? I don't know, man. I don't think so. Tagir can get taken down. He has been taken down before. He's probably going to get taken on at some point by Clayton Carpenter, and I think Uzbek can take him down also. I think this fight's going to go the distance, guys. Early on, I was leaning towards Uzbek by submission, but yeah, I'm not going to pick the submission method. I think Carpenter is too well rounded. He's training over there at MMA Lab with guys like O'Malley. I mean, guys like Kyler Phillips. I mean, I know Kyler Phillips coming up for the all, but still a good training partner. Mario Batista. I mean, he's got a bunch of guys over there. Marcus McGee. I mean, who's in top 50 now. So this guys, they got a bunch of guys over there at training over there at MMA Lab. So especially like the lower weight classes, anything under 155. I mean, there's a lot of guys over there that fight at bantamweight. I am gonna go with Tagir, guys. I am gonna go with Tagir, but I don't know, man. I've been thinking of parlaying this guy all week, then I just can't do it. Tagir, I'm honestly 25. I think this fight to go the distance is probably a better bet or Tagir by decision. And that's the way I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna lean toward Tagir by decision. I think the over 2 now is pretty safe here. And yeah, I think Tagir is gonna get his back and like he's gonna control the fight and outstrike him from range. I think Carpenter is gonna be able to land shots and make Golden Beck respect him, respect his power, respect his grappling too. I don't think Golden Beck is gonna run him over. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be 29-28. I'm gonna say 29-28 Golden Beck up, and that's the way I see this one going. And Golden Beck is known for dropping around here and there. Like if you go watch his fights, I mean his fights are normally close when they go the distance. I mean, unless he finishes you, if he finishes you, then obviously it's not gonna be close. But if it goes the distance, if it goes to scorecards, normally it's like 1-1 and he wins the third round. So I think it'll be 1-1, and I think Oldenbeck is going to win the third round by just taking him down, holding him down. So I'm going to go Oldenbeck up by decision, but I do think this fight to go the distance is not a bad parlay piece if you want to add it to a parlay. Carpenter by decision. What's that? If Carpenter wins, man, it's going to be by decision. There's no ways he's submitting Oldenbeck up. Golden Becca by this is Monster 35. Damn, it's not even that crazy. I don't know. I'm just gonna pass on this one. I like Carpenter, man. I've been high on Carpenter. I think I picked him by submission second on submission Rojosa too. Yeah, I did pick him by second on submission Rojosa. He's pretty good. Carpenter is pretty good. I just think this is a guy that he can't just out wrestle. Hoscha is not known for his wrestling, guys. Hoscha can't wrestle. Like Hoscha got taken down like 10 times on the American series. That guy cannot fucking wrestle, save his life. I know who Hoscha is. I mean, I've known that guy for a while. Hocha, I like Hocha though. I think I like Hocha, but he can't wrestle, and neither can Edgar Chavez. Neither can the other guy that he fought. Like these guys, all these guys, they can't fucking wrestle. I mean, Juan Camilo Honduras. I think he's the one that took him down, but he was Carpenter was okay with him taking him down because he knew his jiu-jitsu was better than Ronderos. Chavez can't really wrestle, and Chavez was landing pretty good shots on him too on the feet. but he was able to mix some takedowns, win the second round, win the third round, I think, or maybe it was 1-1, and he won the third round. So Carpenter, man, he's been training with some pretty high level guys, and I think he's gonna be in the UFC for a while. I do think he's gonna be around the UFC for a while. And if there's any Dagestani that's gonna lose, it's probably gonna be Tagir, because I don't think the other Dagestanis are losing. But I think Habib's gonna have him prepared, and I don't think Carpenter has seen the skills that Odin Backup brings. I don't think he's seen anything like this, so I am gonna go with Tagir here. Um, but yeah, if Carpenter wins, he's gonna have to make him work. I think he's gonna have to make him work, make him like maybe offensively wrestle Tagir. I mean, that's the way Carpenter can win. He's gonna have to mix in takedowns, maybe strike with him, and defend his takedown. So he can't get sleep, he can't get a worse. So there's a lot of stuff Carpenter has to do to be able to beat Tagir, and you can do that. I mean, Elliot was able to do that, right? Elliot was able to put a crazy pace on Tagir and just kind of break him. I mean, but if you go watch that fight, I mean, Elliot was grabbing his gloves. I mean, poking him in the eye, kicking him in the balls. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going on in that matchup. The referee wasn't even like, I don't know what the referee was doing. There was no point taken. There should have been a point taken. That should have been a draw. Or maybe it should have been Odin Backup winning that fight, honestly. But yeah, that was but that does tell you that you can go out there and like just kind of like do that to Odin Backup, though. You can do that. If Elliot can do that, man, there's other guys that can do that to Odin Backup. So for me personally, like I want to see the weigh-ins. I want to see if he can make 125. If he makes 125, I think I'll be okay. Maybe parlay with someone that I like. But for now, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow because the line's already minus 300, minus 325. So the line's already way too wide. I want to see how he looks on the scales because this fight might not even happen. I mean, but him training with Habib this time, I think he's gonna be prepared. I think Habib's gonna have him in great shape. I mean, I'm thinking of a good game plan for him. I had money in Pancho Nibio, so I'm glad you won your bet, brother. Good experience for Carpenter here. Yeah, I mean him losing to like Odin Backup, man. If he wins over Odin Backup, like he's gonna be ranked in top 15 next week. I mean, so this is like a win-win for Carpenter. He wins this fight, he's gonna be ranked in top 15. Loses this fight, he's still gonna get another probably not someone in top 25 next. I mean, he's still gonna get a good matchup. I mean, like there's guys, bro. Well, like why is Charles Johnson not getting this matchup? I mean, Charles Johnson. Who's he fighting? He's fighting Temirov, I think. That guy who knocked out who's that guy? Temirov. What was that guy's name? The guy that knocked out Cesar Vergara recently at 125. I think his name was Temirov. Maybe it was Temirov. Maybe it was something else. I can't remember. But yeah, I think Charles Johnson is fighting him now. Like the guy's not even ranked. I mean, he's got one win, which was by knockout. I mean, over that guy. I can't remember the name anymore. Ulun Backup by decision. Yeah, that's the way I'm gonna go here. Yeah, I do think Carpenter has a pretty high ceiling, and he's gonna have a lot of time to. I do think Carpenter is gonna be ranked top 10 at some point. Not right now, but in the next few years. Carpenter will get sub during a shot on the Tagir. And I don't think so. I don't Tagir has really good front chokes. I mean, but I think Carpenter is a fucking tough dude, man. He's not just gonna look for a door. Unless it's like a clean submission, then he puts him to sleep. I mean, then maybe then yeah. But I don't think Carpenter's just gonna. I don't think he's gonna be like just gonna tap out like that easy. But you never know. You never know, man. These Dagestanis, I mean, these Side Nurmagomedov, I mean, Tagirlan back. These guys know how to like. You better be careful when you're shooting takedowns on these guys because they're really good at attacking submissions. When you shoot on them. I think Tagir more likely to wrestle first and win minutes. Yeah, I think even if Carpenter shoots on him, I still think he can like get on top of him. He can worse him. I just think he's got more tricks than the grappling. I mean, and the way his takedowns, I mean, like he doesn't need to get single leg takedowns. Doesn't need to get double leg takedowns. He can get takedowns up against the fence. He can drag you down. Like there's so many different takedowns that Odin Backup has. Carpenter has a double leg. He's got the single leg. I mean. He's pretty good at taking your back though, so Odin Backup's got to be careful. But I think Odin Backup's gonna be just one step ahead. But the line is fucking wide for Odin Backup. I trust Umar more than Odin Backup, so the line's similar as Umar for Umar and Odin Backup. So I like Umar as a parlay piece more than Odin Backup, but I'm sure there's people that are parlaying Odin Backup. I think his line was minus 200 or minus 220 like a few weeks ago, but the line's minus 320 now, so. It's too wide for me. Next fight on the card is let's look at the odds. I mean, let's see what the props are for this one. As of right now, I'm not really crazy about betting this fight. Carpenter by submission. Isn't Carpenter by submission, bro? Like he's getting submissions recently, but I don't think he's gonna submit on the back up. I want to see what this number is though, because I know it's gonna be crazy. Carpenter by ITD is like minus 850, plus 850. Okay, that's not even that crazy. I want to see what the submission is. Submission. Is there not submission props? There we go. Carpenter by submission plus 25 to 1, guys. 25 to 1. Can he do that? Can he get us crazy submission on him? I don't think so. I don't. There's a reason there's 20,000 to 1. I mean, there's a reason to 20 to 1. But anyways, let's move on. So Odenbeck's gonna be the pick. Next fight on the card is Ricky Tercios versus Bernardo Sopaz, guys. So I went back and we watched Sopaz's last fight. You guys remember? Sopaz was Oliver was my lock of the week over Sopai. And the first round, I mean, I go back and watch the first round, man. It wasn't. I was like, I remember that fight being like way one-sided. Then I go back and watch it. I was like, it was pretty competitive. I mean, Sopai was winning the first round. He was able to get takedowns on Oliveira, who's a absolute humongous guy for the weight class. I think Oliveira's like, he's fighting Nurmagomedov in a few weeks now. Side in a few weeks, but the guy's huge, man. The guy's like 5'11 or 5'9, 5'10. He's probably one of the biggest guy in the weight class right now. And that's a tough matchup, right? On short notice, right? Against Vinicius Oliveira, who's ranked top 50. I think he's going to be ranked in top 50 now or some. Where is he ranked now? I want to see this. Let's see rankings. He's going to be. Didn't he just beat Ricky Simon, right? He beat Ricky Simon. So he's going to be ranked in top 15 now. I think Ricky Simon was ranked in top 15, if I remember. So I don't know. I want to see what the rankings are. Let's see. Bantamweight. Let's see. Should be right there, right? So this thing's not even okay. Okay, Vinicius Oliveira. Why don't I see this guy? Okay, he's like in the top 20. Okay, he's like in the top 20. So that's pretty good. Yeah, he just gassed out, right? That's what happened. Just kind of gassed out in that one. It's gonna happen when you're fighting a guy like Vinicius Oliveira, who's huge. I mean, and has power, has knockout power, has a lot of experience. I mean, so he was looking pretty good. I think he take down Ricky Tercios here. I think you could find a submission. I sprinkled submission, $30 on submission. I'm not putting more than that. And on the soul pie should be safe to parlay, but there's problems. His problem is the cardio, guys. The cardio is what I'm worried about. Soul pie. The cardio, it's not the first time he's had cardio problems in the past. It's happened before. It's happened before, guys. So that's the problem with Sopai. There's ways to beat Sopai. Like if you can keep a high rate of activity, like Tercio is able to do, but Tercio doesn't have a lot of power. So he's really not gonna be doing that much damage out there. He's gonna have to either like take a big beating early, almost get finished, and like Sopai gasses himself out trying to finish him early, or he's gonna have to like just take his back and like submit him. So that's the way Terrence is gonna have to win, or he's gonna have to like throw like 50 strikes per minute or like 50 strikes per round, like what he normally does. I mean, that's what he normally does. Doesn't have any KO power. He does have knock-on power. He's knocked on Brady Easton before in the past, so he's got some sneaky power. It's not non-existent. It's not completely non-existent, but I do think Bernardo Sopai's boxing is a lot better, cleaner. And I think he's gonna have big moments here, but the minus 300 line, bro, like this should be like a clear parlay piece right here, Sopai. But I'm kind of worried about the cardio, even though like he's not fighting someone dangerous, which is why I'm gonna pick Sopai here, because I don't think Tercios has the finishing ability to get him out if Sopai gets really tired later if he wins the first rounds. So all Bernardo Sopai has to do is win the first round or win the later 2 rounds. I mean, if you can knock down Tercios, I could just see Sopai like having a big moment. I mean, winning the round, even if he's losing the round up until then. So like he's only gonna need big moments, right? Like whereas Ricky Tercios is gonna need to win. He's gonna need to control the fight. He's gonna need to defend takedowns. He's gonna need to land high volume, and that's the way he's gonna have to like out damage. He's gonna have to like. So Sopai is gonna be the one landing damage. He's gonna be the one landing takedowns. Turks is gonna have to counter that with high volume and making him work, making him tired. I just don't see it, guys. I just don't see it. It'd be Turks by split. I mean, that's the way he's gonna win if he wins a split. I mean, by hoping that Sopai gets tired. But I just don't think I just don't think he has the ability to even get a 10 round, even if Sopai gets tired. I just don't think he's gonna be able to get a 10 round if he loses the first round. So Sopai is gonna be the pick, guys. Sopai is gonna be the pick. I'm gonna take Sopai by submission. I think he could lock in the submission. I know he doesn't have a lot of submissions, but he's a finisher, man. He could knock him out. He could finish him. I'm gonna pick Sopai by submission. That's gonna be my pick. Let's see what the people are picking. Yo, what's going on, Useless? Let's go, Useless in the house. Pick a bottle of Jack Daniels with hit Saturday, bro. I'm not drinking right now, bro. I don't drink them. I mean, I barely drink, bro. Like, I don't even drink that much. Like, I'm not drinking them. I don't drink when wheat is. First of all, yo, let's go. This is a big card. I mean, maybe I might get a little tipsy even just for this one. I don't know, but I don't want to start drinking again, like making a regular thing. I want to be sober, you know. I want to be clear headed. I could have like had my parlays last week if I was sober. I like so Lopez was like plus 750 on the live odds. I gotta be sober, man, when I'm like watching fights. Well, let's see. It was my birthday, so we just had a little bit of fun. Tercio's always busy. Busy doesn't equate to damage though. Yeah, he does. He's a high volume striker. I mean, he's like Kalen Chukagian, Victor Altamirano. Like they all do pretty much the same thing, and they all make a sound every time they throw a strike. So that can kind of confuse the judges at times. I mean, but yeah, I am picking Sopai here. I think Sopai should be able to. He's more talented. I mean, there's a reason the UFC's making this matchup, and they're supposed to fight each other in December last year, but the fight ended up being canceled. Tercios he had a medical issue, I think, last they were supposed to fight each other a few months ago. So Sopai was ready. He was prepared. He was ready to go. I think Sopai is a pretty confident pick here. I am gonna say Sopai is a confident pick. Tercio's only ability to win is going to be making Sopai work and making him keeping high pace on him and just kind of breaking him down the stretch. And I just can't I can't picture him defending all takedowns against Sopai. And maybe Sopai doesn't even wrestle. I mean, maybe don't even wrestle this guy. Just strike with him, bro. Like, why even wrestle this guy? Like, because if you wrestle, that's the way. So let me just go back. So Tercio, the way he wins fights, guys, the way he's been winning fights. He's been able to beat guys that are taking him down, right? Guys that are trying to take him down. Like, you look at Dan Argueta. That's what he does, right? Dan Argueta wants to take you down. He wants to just hold you down, take you down over and over, and he was able to beat him. Kevin Natividad took him down like 6 times. Even knocked him down, even had a knockdown early in that fight. Hurt him pretty badly. And he was up to work him. Natividad was fucking tired. He was gassed. And he took down Rose Jr. early, takes him down, took his back early, got kind of tired. Second on, he's kind of like breathe. He wasn't really that tired, but you can tell it's like he did lose a lot of energy early. So that's my only problem is the cardio issue for Sopai. But I think on full camp, I mean, he should be okay here. He should be okay. This is a match that he should win. But the line is fucking high, man. 24 years old. The line is really fucking high, man. You see these guys, we see it every week. These guys are young, super young. Some of them are not really there yet. I mean, we have high expectations for these guys, and they haven't really figured everything out. I mean, so I don't know if Sopai has figured everything out. I don't know if he has. From his debut, I think he's got all the skills to win this fight. But yeah, there's still questions that I have with Sopai. How old did you turn? Bro, I'm 27 now. 27 years old. I'm 27 years young. Russian parlay hitting this week. Let's go, man. Sopai moneyline, Almeida moneyline fight doesn't go the distance. Bro, I like that. I like that parlay, honestly. I like that. I think the Jeho fight, I mean, that shouldn't even like start round 3, honestly. After getting knocked the fuck out, Sopai had bro, he's had 8 months off. I mean, like he's had a whole fucking lifetime off from this fight, from that knockout. I mean, Oliver was my lock of the week over on that fight. Also, I haven't done lock of the week videos in so long, but that was crazy. I was going crazy after he knocked him out too. My reaction was crazy. Yeah, I just don't think Turst is gonna be able to drop him. If Sopai isn't gassed, he's not gonna get knocked down or anything like that. He could get choked out if he's really tired and he's fucking shooting desperate takedowns. Turst takes his back. There's a possibility that Turst could choke him out. I mean, that could happen. I know it hasn't happened so far yet in the UFC or like yet. I mean, but it could happen. Tursus has the ability to take your back. He's slick grappler. But yeah, I've never really been high on Tursus. I'll be honest with you guys, Tursus never really been on my good list. I mean, the odds are for this fight are bro, if you're gonna parlay anyone, if you're gonna parlay Sopai minus 250, you might as well just take fucking Odin Beckham minus 300. Like, I trust Odin Beckham more than I do Sopai. Odin Beckham was not coming off of crazy KO loss. I mean, a few months ago. So there's definitely like I don't know. I do think they're both good parlay pieces. I don't know which one I'm gonna trust more though. Um, I do think like Ulanbekov has more like tools than Sopai, so maybe trusting him would be better than Sopai because Sopai is still 0-1 in the UFC. Like I know he fought Oliveira, but still 0-1. He's lost to other guys outside the UFC before, so it's happened to him before. Like he's got 3 losses outside the UFC. Beating Tariq Ismail is actually a pretty good win. I do think Sopai is gonna win, and I'm gonna lean towards submission for Sopai, maybe a late submission or decision. Next fight on the card is Rinne Nakamura, guys. Rinne Nakamura. Now, I feel like this one should be easy pick, guys. This one should be plain simple. Rinne Nakamura, high level wrestler, guys. High level wrestler from Japan, and a lot of the Japanese guys like they normally like their undefeated record. I mean, it only goes so long. There's like, I think Nakamura is gonna be able to. He's gonna be able to beat Gafarov. Gafarov has been training with Marab though, so when I seen that, I mean, I wasn't running to the wind to go Portland Nakamura. I'll tell you guys that much right now. But I think Gafarov's taking defense is never gonna get better. He has a pretty good get up game. I picked Kungo Khan to beat Gafarov in that spot as underdog, and he had some good opportunities to beat Gafarov. He was able to maintain top position, but Kango Khan kept making mistakes, trying to like get a submission, so he kept giving away. He kept letting Gafarov get back up over and over, losing positions over and over. So I don't think Nakamura is going to make the same mistake as Kango Kang. I mean, Nakamura has big power on the feet. Doesn't really throw a lot of volume, but I think chin's actually okay. Even though we've really seen the chin tested. Gafarov, I think Gafarov is a better striker. He's like what I mean by better striker, and not that he has more power. I feel like Nakamura is a better athlete in this matchup, but I do think as a striker, like who's more technical, Gafarov. I think Gafarov throws spinning wheel kicks to the body, spinning wheel kicks up top. Like, he can mix it up. He can mix up his strikes pretty well. But yeah, Gafarov, his problem is the takedown defense, and you can outwork him, and his cardio is not really there. So I am gonna pick Nakamura as a pick. I think Nakamura should be pretty safe, but minus 500 just kind of scares me. I think he should be safe to parlay, honestly. Like, I don't know if he's gonna finish him. He could finish him, honestly, but like he's just been out there controlling fights. So I think Nakamura is pretty good, man. He's winning fights 30-27. I want to see him finish guys like Carlos Ferreira. Like, I don't want to see just like hold this guy down and not even like try to finish him. But Carlos Ferreira has pretty good BJJ. I think he's like Ryan Hall's boyfriend or something like that. So I guess he's worried about getting caught up in submission from Carlos Ferreira. Maybe that's why he wasn't trying to like submit him or like knock him out, ground and pound him. He couldn't finish Fernie Garcia either, man. Fernie Garcia is pretty tough though, so I think Gafarov is pretty tough, man. I just think Nakamura is going to control this fight. I hope he gets a submission. I hope he gets a finish, but I don't think so. He could get a submission, honestly. I want to say submission, but I don't know. I'm going to say I hope he gets his finish, man. The UFC keeps putting in pay-per-views. I mean, didn't they put him in a pay-per-view last time, and they just fucking that fight was really boring to watch. Yeah, UFC 298. So they keep putting on pay-per-views. Not keep it. They put him in pay-per-view last time, and bro, you know what I don't understand? Like the fact that they put this guy on the pay-per-view and they don't put Steve Garcia on the Steve Garcia. Why is Steve Garcia fighting the fucking Apex? Like I don't get it. Like someone's gotta make sense. Someone's gotta help him fucking understand. Like who? I think Steve Garcia is fighting Barboza. I don't know where he's fighting Barboza, but like he's been fighting the Apex for the past like 6 fights in a row. He's on a 6-fight knockout streak. Like who the hell's like matchmaking? I mean, like who's deciding like Garcia should be like Nakamura should be fighting the fucking Apex after 2 decisions in a row. That's the way it should be. If you're making your fights really boring, you might as well just go back to the Apex. That's the way it should work. I feel like if I was Dana White, I'd probably do that. I'd probably just do that. If you're not finishing fights out there, like if you get 2 or like 3 decisions in a row or like 2 decisions in a row, you're gonna go fight in Apex. Unless you're a champion, then you obviously get to fight on pay-per-view or whatever. But if you're like a young up and comer, you should be fighting in Apex unless you're finishing fights out there. But I think Nakamura is pretty good, man. I think he's gonna 30-27 Gafarov. I do think he's gonna 30-27 Gafarov. I don't think he's gonna finish him, honestly, guys. I hope he finishes him, but I don't think I see it happening. But I am gonna pick him, and I am pretty confident in Ren Nakamura minus 600. Am I minus 600 confident? Probably not. If you want to do something, guys, Ren Nakamura to win in round 3 or decision, that's probably not a bad bet. Minus 185. If you want to parlay that, I mean, that's probably not a bad bet. Minus 600, I'm probably just gonna stay away now. Honestly, for me, he's fucking 29. Okay, he's 29, 30 years old. This is a fight that he shouldn't be losing, man. Gaffro is actually pretty fucking bad. He's not that good. He does have more experience, though. Doubled experience that Nakamura has, but I don't think Gaffro's good. Next fight on the card, Carol Hosa versus our favorite OnlyFans girl, Eileen Perez, guys. Oh, man, I'm picking Eileen Perez. Why am I picking Eileen Perez? Because Carol Hosa, if she shows up, man, she's going to put a beating on Eileen Perez. She doesn't show up. So her takedown defense isn't on point, which hasn't always been on point. She can get taken on. I mean, she hasn't really been fighting the best grapplers. I mean, recently, I'm not saying Perez is the best grappler out there, but first of all, I think this fight's gonna go the distance, and I'm gonna pick the underdog. I'm just gonna pick the underdog because I think the line's way too wide. The only way this line makes sense for Kara Holstad, if she can manage to keep this on the feed. If she manages to keep this on the feed, she's gonna look minus 1, like minus 1200, minus 1500. She can manage to keep it on the feed. She's gonna look minus fucking 120, maybe minus plus money. I mean, maybe she has pretty good wrestling though. Kara Holstad can wrestle offensively. I don't know if she's gonna grapple though. She might just keep it on the feed. Honestly, like if you want to sprinkle something here, maybe Carol stopped by like a 3rd round TKO. I mean, she was close to like getting a stoppage in that fight over Pani Kianjad. Like, I'm not even kidding. Go watch that fight. She landed like I don't know how many strikes she landed. She's like Pani Kianjad's a tough fucking girl, man. That girl's really fucking tough. Has she ever been finished? Yeah, Pani Kianjad's never. She's been finished by submission. Okay. But yeah, that was she took a fucking beating in that one. No, she's not in the UFC anymore. Perez, we know what she wants to do. She wants to get takedowns, and her striking is pretty shit. Honestly, it's a work in progress. She still throws spinning backflips from time to time. She's tough, though. I know she's definitely tough. I mean, I think I was Jocelyn had her in a submission, like guillotine submission, and she fought her way through that submission. So Perez is pretty tough, though. Yo, 148. What are you saying? 629 representing the fuck are you saying, bro? What are you talking about, bro? Eileen Kinturk, bro. That's what I'm hoping for. That's probably why I'm picking her. I'm kidding. I actually do think that's underdog. She's got a pretty good chance of winning. I don't think this is that bad. Yo, what's going on, Andro? Let's go, Andro, in the house. Yeah, of course you're picking Perez. Fuck him's favorites. Yeah, okay, bro. Who the hell cares? Honestly, I'm not fucking betting this fight. Honestly, like I want to bet Perez, but I can't do it, bro. Like, because she can't get takedowns. She's gonna look fucking garbage here. Like I don't think Perez's striking is good at all. And Hosa she can throw like 200 strikes per 50 minutes. I mean, this girl, all she does is throw volume. So if Perez can't get takedowns here, like she's gonna be in trouble. So maybe live bet this one if you have to bet this one. Yeah, maybe live bet it, or maybe Perez by submission. Maybe that's something I look at if I want to bet this fight. I'm just gonna stay away, honestly. Like we did bet Perez. I mean, live on her with her fight against Jocelyn Edwards. I think it was right. Jocelyn Edwards. Yeah, we did bet her live there on the live stream. Then I skipped the Daria Lezdnikova, but that was actually a pretty easy win for submission. Daria can't really grapple though at all. Yeah, let's move on. I'll pick the plus 200 underdog Perez. Next fight on the card, Jack Ruiz, guys, versus Asmat Bekoyev. Now, you guys know, normally I go with the Russians, guys. I pick the OV, the EV. You know, the EV. I mean, I'm a fan of the EV. I trust these guys. I trust the preparation they put in. I trust the work they get. Their work and they put in the work. I mean, they're training with high level guys. So Bikoyev's, he's an LFA guy, right? We know Bikoyev is an LFA guy. I cover LFA. We've been watching LFA for a while. Bikoyev, the reason is he hasn't been in UFC for a while. Let me tell you guys right now. The reason why you haven't seen him in UFC for a while, because he wasn't finishing anyone, right? He wasn't finishing anyone. He's been pretty fucking boring. He goes split with Dylan Burka, gets dropped by Dylan Burka. Bro, you're getting dropped by Dylan Burka. Like, can you make? I can't make this shit up, honestly. I'm picking Jacare Ruiz, guys. I don't give a fuck about this guy, Bikoyev. I know he's pretty good. If he can wrestle, if he wrestles, he can. I think he can take down Jacare Ruiz. But you're fighting a guy like 6'4", on full camp, who's gonna be prepared. Hasn't trained with the same guys, level of guys that Bikoyev trains with. Obviously, American top team, but plus 160, plus 190, whatever the number is, I think Jacare Ruiz is the side here, and I'm gonna pick Jacare Ruiz. I'm not crazy confident on it, obviously, but because he's more than willing to just go to his back and go for arm bars and submissions. That's not something I want to see, right? That's what I'm worried about. If I want to bet Jacare Ruiz, that's what I'm worried about. Him going to his back and like rolling for arm bars. If he doesn't get the arm bar, he's gonna be like looking for more arm bars or looking for other submissions. But at least he's gonna be attacking, right? He's not just gonna stay on his. He's not just gonna lay flat on his back and just lay there like a fucking turtle, right? Like at least we know he's dangerous if Bikoyev does put him on his back, which I think he's gonna be able to do. I think he's gonna be able to put him on his back, and Bikoyev has a pretty good chin on him. He's been subbed before, so Jacare Ruiz can catch him in a submission. That's kind of what I'm hoping for here. I like the under 1.5, honestly. It's plus 150. And if Jacare Ruiz wins, I think there's a possibility that it goes under 1.5 rounds. If Bikoyev wins, there's a possibility that he finishes Ruiz, catches him with something crazy early, big, knocks him out early. Jacare Ruiz, yeah, that's the way I'm going to play under 1.5 rounds. I think it's not a bad sprinkle on the under here. And that way, if Jacare Ruiz doesn't win, if Bikoyev somehow wins by first round KO, you're going to be fine. So I'm going to take the under here. I think Ruiz underdog value is definitely the side here. Bikoyev, I mean, they've been keeping an eye on Bikoyev for a while. So this guy's not unknown, right? Like, he's fought some pretty solid guys outside the UFC too. Gasanov is actually pretty good. This guy's actually not that bad. He fights in ACA, I think, or ACA or something. Yeah, he fights in ACA. This guy's actually a fucking Honeycut, whatever his name is. Careful. He's actually pretty good. KSW. I think he fights in KSW. Yeah. So like the guys that he's gone up against, like he's definitely more tested than Ruiz, I think. Like he's fought the better opposition, which is why I think the Lions are like favoring him. He can wrestle. He's got better card. He's gone 5 rounds. So I get it. I honestly get it. Bikoyev being the favorite here because he's gone 5 rounds. He's got cardio. He's got durability. He hasn't been KO'd. I mean, like Jacare Ruiz has been KO'd by Cody Bumdiz. But that's why he's underdog. So we'll take him. I'll take Jacare Ruiz here as underdog, but I'm not crazy confident here. But I do think there's a possibility that he goes under 1.5 rounds, or he at least finishes. I mean, but there's also a possibility that Jacare Ruiz stays tough. Bikoyev just fucking takes him down over and over, rinse and repeat, beats him by decision. I mean, that could happen, but I am going to lean towards Jacare Ruiz as an underdog here because he's got the physical advantages. I mean, the 6'4", crazy reach advantage, and also he's on full camp here, and he's been in UFC for a while. The guys make his UFC debut. I think the guys that make their UFC debut, they normally win at like 41% or something like that. So there's definitely a lot of working towards Bikoyev here. Next fight on the card, guys: Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. Man, this is. I'll tell you guys a parallel piece I really like on the air. Now, I might be an idiot. I mean, maybe I'm an idiot, but I really like the 5-star on 2 guys as a parallel piece. It's -500. I really like that. Honestly, I really like that. I'm kind of worried about Dawson getting clipped early, but I think Dawson is going to wrestle here, and I am going to pick Dawson. The only thing I'm worried about is why I haven't parlayed Dawson, because I want to do American top team parlay with Moicano and Dawson. Maybe Dawson, maybe over 1.5 rounds in this one and Moicano money line. I might just do the over 1.5 in both fights because there's definitely a possibility I could see both those fights going over 1.5 rounds. I think Dawson, if he wrestles, man, this is what I'm going to pick him. I'm going to pick him because I think he's going to wrestle. And if he doesn't wrestle, man, I don't know. Like, If he doesn't wrestle, I guess he's gonna be in for a tough fucking fight. He's gonna get beat up. He's not gonna see the scorecards. He's gonna get knocked out if he doesn't wrestle. He's gonna have to wrestle, and I think he's gonna wrestle. But Ferreira is a problem, man. He's not easy to just control and lay on top of in the first round. In the second round, if you can stick to game plan, you can rinse and repeat. You're shooting takedowns. This guy defending takedowns, getting back up. You're shooting more takedowns. You're varying on him. You're keeping him, making him use that energy, getting back up over and over and over and over. Like Gillespie, you guys go back and watch Gillespie. Gillespie has a really similar style to Dawson, but one thing Gillespie has is that chin, right? Gillespie has a crazy chin on him. I don't know Dawson. Does Dawson have a good chin on him? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm sold on Dawson chin, to be honest with you guys, because he eats he doesn't eat shots that well. I don't think if he gets dropped here, man, it's gonna be over. I don't think he's getting back up or he's gonna be able to recover. So like that's my problem with Dawson here. But I think the Ferreira, like he's been able to kind of survive the early storm. He's been able to just kind of take over later. So that's the way the Ferreira's been able to win recently. Because Matu Serbeski was like minus 500. Like he's supposed to go out there, like run through this guy, right? Like, but yeah, I said Matu Serbeski was gonna run through this guy, and he was close to doing that. He was very close to doing that in the first round. He drops Ferreira, gets takedowns, gets on top of Ferreira. Ferreira survives. Ferreira scrambles. He's tough. He's definitely tough. He's got all the experience. And if this turns into a firefight, man, I trust Ferreira's chin a little bit more than Dawson. Like on the feet, Ferreira's a better striker for sure. Dawson's striking has been getting better, but it's not as crazy. It's not dangerous, right? Like I think striking is good. I think Dawson can strike. It's not dangerous, and he can't eat a big shot and return fire if he has to on the feet. I think he's gonna be shooting takedowns. I do like 5-star round too. I think the over 1.5 rounds is not bad here. I am gonna pick Dawson. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Dawson. He's 10 years younger, guys. He's got better cardio, training American top team. He's been KO'd before. That's my only worry, man. The first round, he's been KO'd a bunch of times in the first round, but that's not the way Ferreira's been out there knocking people out early. He's normally knocking people out later. Like early on, like when he was younger, like he had a few first round KOs. I think knocked out Jared Gordon early on in the first round. So he's definitely got the capability of clipping Dawson early. And we know Dawson has that deficiency. I mean, in the chin, right? But I think Dawson should be able to roll here. Better team, 10 years younger, better coming up momentum right now. They're both coming up pretty good wins. I mean, but Dawson finished Rafa Garcia. So at least we know that he can implement ground and pound now. Before his ground and pound was really soy. So I don't think he's gonna have a lot of success ground and pounding Ferreira. Maybe you can submit him later. I think someone's gonna go. I think someone's gonna get finished here. I don't think this fight's gonna go the distance. Maybe Dawson just controls him, man. I watched Dawson's interview, man, and I never feel confident when I watch Dawson's interview because this guy's such a yapper. Like you go watch his interview, man. He's like Islam hasn't looked good in so long. Like it's actually kind of fucking funny, honestly. Dawson on the mic. Yeah, Dawson will smother him. I think so too. What's going on, Andrew? I didn't see your post, bro. I just got on my YouTube right now. I haven't been on YouTube much the past few weeks. Where Andrew said a very tough call. It's very tough to call. I want Dawson, but won't bet it. Yeah, I'm thinking about the 5-star round too, man. Honestly, I'm scared to take the over 1.5 rounds because I think Dawson's gonna get takedowns, and I think he's gonna be able to just kind of control him just a bit here and there, and the first round's gonna pass. I think this. I'd be really shocked if it finishes in the first round. I think Ferreira's the only one that has first round finishing upside here. I like Ferreira. If he catches him early, it drops him and finishes him. Okay, that could happen, right? Ferreira first round KO is plus 1400, so you can hedge that. You can hedge that, and you can go 5-star round 2. That's what I'm probably gonna do. I'm thinking about 5-star round 2, parlay that with Dalton Almeida, and then take Umar at the last leg, or maybe take the over in the Umar fight. Parlay that. I think that's gonna give you plus money, and that's pretty safe. That seems pretty safe. And you can hedge that with Ferreira, for first round KO plus 1400. So I might do something like that. I mean, but I'm not gonna do crazy. I'm not gonna put too much money on this fight because I don't trust Dawson Chin yet. I know he's only been KO'd once, which could happen to anyone. I mean, Islam got KO'd once already before, so it could happen to anyone. But I still just don't like the way he eats shots. And it's not. I mean, Bobby Green hasn't really been known for knocking people out. So if you got knocked out by someone else, let me say, if you got knocked out by Armis Tsarukyan or one of these other guys, I'd be like, okay, this guy just got clipped. I mean, it happens. He got knocked out by Tsarukyan. The guy's explosive. He's got a lot of KO power. But getting knocked out by Bobby Green, a volume striker, doesn't really like give me confidence. But I'm gonna on the scales based on the age. I mean, alone, I'm gonna pick Dawson. I can't pick a 40-year-old, even though I was thinking about it. I just can't do it, guys. Next fight on the card: Bogdan Gusko versus Billy Alicana. So Billy Alicana, he's been around the fight game for a while. He used to fight at 205 guys. He fought at 205 against Brian Battle. He fought at 205 against other guys that in the amateurs. He's out. I'm gonna say he's a striker. He's a Samoan striker. He's got these Samoans are known for their chin, so that's like one thing that's like making me like question this one. This guy, but when I watch tape on this guy, man, he's too fucking patient. Like he doesn't throw enough volume. Like doesn't have the urgency. Like, and I feel like he fights kind of safe, man. That's the way I feel like. I feel like this fight could go over 1.5 rounds at plus money. Like it wouldn't be a bad bet. But Alicana, like he's been fighting guys that are like PFL, LFA. I think he fought in PFL's Challenger Series, and they just didn't keep him around, right? Because the guy's really fucking boring. Like the guy's not entertaining to watch. He's too patient out there. He's too willing to be on the back foot. He's too willing to like let his opponents pressure him. Let people go first, and he's like kind of a counter striker. Doesn't have a lot of PO power. Isn't the fastest guy for the weight class. Isn't the biggest guy for the weight class either, but he's got a pretty good chin on him. Hasn't really fought the biggest power punchers, though, so I don't know what kind of chin, how good a chin really is. But Bogdan Guskov on the other side, guys. Bogdan Guskov on the other side. He came in on short notice against Volkan Ozdemir. I think it was that Paris card. It might be. I think it was the Paris card, right? Volkan Ozdemir versus I think Benoit Santin was on the card. Mike Hunter was on the card. I think Tsarukyan versus Spivak. That was the card. Maybe I could be wrong, but let me see. I think that was the card they were on. Because I remember I took him pretty. I was pretty confident on him there. I think it was wasn't that the card? Bogdan Guskov. I think that was a short notice debut. Yeah, that was a short notice debut, by the way. Yeah, it was Gone versus Spivak. That was a card in Paris. That was actually a pretty good card for us too. So yeah, he came in a short notice. He was coming off. I think he fought in what's it called, the guerrilla fighting, or like which promotion was he fighting at? MMA series in Russia. So he was fighting over there, and I remember a lot of people were picking him over picking over Volkan Ozdemir. I remember like a lot of people on YouTube were picking over Volkan Ozdemir. And I just knew that was gonna be a tough match, man. Volkan Ozdemir is like no easy fight for anyone. I mean, if you're making your debut, like Volkan Ozdemir is pretty good. Like that's why we took Oberg by decision, because I didn't think he was gonna finish that guy. Ozdemir is a tough fight for anyone in your debut. Like if you have some experience in UFC, like you've been around the UFC for a while, then you can beat a guy like Volkan Ozdemir. Like it's not, you can beat a guy like Volkan Ozdemir, but like not everyone can finish a guy like Volkan Ozdemir. And that was just a tough matchup for Guskov. I mean, then obviously I picked him over Jack Pauga. Jack Pauga is one of the worst fighters ever. I'm so happy that he's not in the UFC anymore. He's like all he does is cage push. I mean, that's all Jack Pauga does, cage push. That's all he can do. I'm happy that he knocked him out. Then I picked Ryan Spann to beat him, obviously. Then I bet the under 1.5 rounds, guys. So I bet the under 1.5 rounds here. Oh man, that was frustrating. He knocked him out like 30 seconds after. Ryan Spann takes him down early, gets on top of him, and can't get that submission. Guskov shows that his grappling isn't that great, honestly. Like, so Billy Alicana wants to wrestle here. I don't know how good his wrestling is, honestly. I haven't really seen enough wrestling in on tape from Alicana for me to know that he can go out there and wrestle Guskov on short notice. I don't even think he's trained properly for this fight. So Billy Alicana is coming into this fight as an opportunity to be in the UFC, because PFL wasn't going to keep him around. So this is last hope, right? This is last hope. He's going to be coming in here. He's going to be looking to show Dana White what he can offer at the UFC level. So he's got a lot on the line here. So does Bogdan Guskov. I mean, Bogdan Guskov loses to Billy Alicana. That's not going to be good for him. Now, the reason I haven't bet Bogdan Guskov yet, I bet him over Walker. I mean, I had 2 units over Walker at -120. I was pretty confident over Walker. I was gonna bet that under 1.5 rounds. I was gonna bet that Guskov first round KO, Guskov second round KO. But Alicana, the problem with Alicana is I don't think Alicana is as good as Walker. Obviously, it doesn't have the skills that Walker has. Doesn't have the cakes, the experience that Walker has. But he has the chin, right? He hasn't taken the damage that Walker has taken. He's still hungry. I mean, Walker's been in the UFC for a while, so it's gonna be easier. It should be easier matchup than Walker on paper, but I'm not sure what kind of chin this guy has. I don't know what kind of chin. Can he catch Guskov on the feet? I mean, Guskov has been knocked out before. It can happen again. He got dropped by Woken Uzmir. Obviously, he's been dropped before also DFC by a guy that's not that good. He's been knocked out before in like 30 seconds or something like that. So the way Guskov fights with his hands low, there's openings. There's a lot of openings that you can take advantage of. I mean, for Alicana, but Alicana is like too patient, so which is why I'm not gonna pick Alicana here because he's too patient. I don't think he's gonna take a lot of risk out there. I think he's gonna just look to survive. And if he doesn't see opening and knock out Guskov early, and I think Guskov can beat him by decision. He can beat him by knockout also. So not sure if he gets the KO, but I am gonna pick the KO. The KO is like not even plus money, man. Alicana. Some of these guys, like they have good chins on him, and I think Alicana could be that guy that has good chin on him. So if they start trading, I mean, on the feet, and Alicana chin holds up, and Guskov, we know Guskov chin can be cracked because we've seen it crack before. So those are like that's the stuff that's running through my head right now. Like when I do breakdowns, like I want to think about every possible scenario that could go down. I mean, and Alicana is like not that horrible. It's not. This guy's not a complete bum that has fought anybody. He's fought Brian Battle. He's fought a bunch of other guys. Like Chuck Campbell is actually not that horrible. Like he's like a journeyman in LFA. Like he's not that good, but he's fought okay guys. I mean, he's not completely a fucking garbage. I mean, I am picking Gusko. I think Gusko, he shouldn't be losing this fight, man. He's a ranked guy in the UFC. Like he's already been in the UFC for a while, but he shouldn't be losing to Alicana. But Alicana can show people that he got something, and he should be in the UFC. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not really confident, so I don't have the best read on this one because I watched him taping Alicana and I wasn't that impressed. But if the lines were closer, I'd be more confident of Guskov at like minus 180, minus 200. Like I'd be like, okay, Guskov at minus 200 makes a lot of sense. Because I remember he was underdog to fucking Jag Pauga, man. Like he was underdog. He's Jag Pauga. I remember that one. What was it, like plus 110, I think, plus 110 over Jag Pauga. Then he's underdog to Ryan Spann. Obviously, he was like plus 300, I think, or plus 250 over Ryan Spann. Now he's minus 300, man. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Alicana, like coming in a short notice, hasn't really fought anyone. Hasn't really fought anyone at like this weight class, like legit. I mean, at 205. Has fought Brian Battle. I mean, Brian Battle's fighting at 170 now, so I know Brian Battle used to fight at heavyweight. I mean, a long time ago, but he should be fighting. Never should have fought at light heavyweight. I mean, well, let's see. Alicana isn't completely horrible, but I think Guskov should be able to. He should have more power. He should be more aggressive. And I don't know. Like I think take defense should be okay. He's training with pretty okay guys now. Now that he's in the UFC, I don't think taking defense is bad. His taking defense looked pretty good over Spann in the second round. I mean, Spann is a gasser though, so I don't know. I don't know how much we can really take away from that Spann fight because Spann is a known gasser. Like if you can extend Spann after the first round, like he's kind of just doesn't really know what to do. Walker on TKO. Yeah, Walker's he got injured. I think he's not fighting. I was pretty confident. I was definitely more confident on Guskov. Number wasn't crazy either. I honestly thought he should be like. I mean, on paper, like Walker should have been favored, right? He should be favored over Guskov on paper, but like obviously with the chin issues and all that, Guskov, I was leaning towards Guskov on that one. You still said Almeida by submission. Yeah, I'll stay the underdog. You're picking the other guy. Yo, what's going on, lad? Let's go, lad, in the house. Let's go, lad. All right, guys, let's move on. So I'm picking what's the name? Guskov honestly 335 right now. The line's getting kind of wider now. Okay, the line's open up at minus 225. Okay, so that makes sense. I was like minus 200 makes sense for Guskov, man. Like minus 300, minus 400 almost. Like it's kind of like risky for me. And maybe for you guys, it's not risky. Maybe he goes out there, makes it look easy in the first round. Like this guy doesn't really have a clue what he's doing. Maybe that could happen. I mean, you guys remember that? What was that fight that happened to Rafael Sarquera? I think that would happen to when he fought that guy from Turkey. I think Turkey, right? What was his name? Ibu Aslan. It was Ibu Aslan, I think. That guy just didn't know. he shouldn't even been out there fighting. I mean, what was he even doing? Rafael Sarquera. That guy just didn't. I don't think Billy Alicana is that horrible. So, bro, That was crazy. That Rafael Sarkora guy is horrible. Like he's actually fighting. I think he's got a fight coming up soon. I think I don't know who's fighting. I know he's got a fight coming up soon though. But yeah, where were we? Yeah, I'm picking Gusto though, but I'm not gonna bet that fight for maybe the over. I think the over 1.5 at +20 is not horrible, honestly. I'm too scared to bet the over in a light heavyweight fight. Because the way Gusto fights with his hands low, it's kind of risky betting the over. But I honestly think Billy Alicana, Alicana is the reason why I'm leaning towards the over. But like with the Gusto style, man, he's definitely open to getting countered because his hands are so low, which does help him, right? Like because his opponents can't really see the punches coming. But like at the same time, man, he's open. He's definitely open. But Alicana is like too patient though. If he was a little bit more aggressive, I'd lean towards him maybe as underdog here, but it's not enough on the tape I've seen from Olicana. Next fight on the card, guys, Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. Now, Sergey Spivak, you guys, I'm not sure if you guys, a lot of people remember, man. Spivak was +110 or +120 over Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan was my lock of the week over. That was probably the easiest money I've ever made, lock of the week ever. Not the, I mean, there's other lock of the weeks, but that was one of the easiest lock of the weeks I've ever seen. Because Spivak, like, he can get takedowns on like blobs, man. Blobs. If he's fighting blobs, like I'd pick Spivak over any blob. I mean, so that's basically what I've done right over his career. Anytime he fights a blob, like a fucking Derek Lewis, like let me go over this list. Let me just go over this list quickly. Give me a second. So let's go for Sergey Spivak because his record, right? So I'm not saying his record's bad. I mean, he's fought some pretty solid guys, but let's look at his record. So Marcin Tybura, we picked him, but obviously we picked him there. I think I picked him by decision, maybe. I can't remember. I can't remember if I picked him by decision. Yeah, I did pick him over Tybura. Then I picked Srogan to knock him out. I think I picked him a second on TQ, and he couldn't get a single takedown. Srogan doesn't have good takedown defense. That's not good. And he just kind of like, I feel like Spivak, man, when he's not getting takedowns, he's not able to like get his grappling going. Like he's just kind of like, you can tell, man. You can tell when you watch certain guys, when you watch him, like when they can't get their way, like they just kind of like look like they don't want to be there. Like go watch Spivak versus Srogan. Go watch Spivak versus Tom Aspinall. When they can't get their wrestling going, like the striking is not really looking that great. Spivak just kind of breaks, man. I just feel like he's like mentally kind of weak. He kind of breaks, so he just kind of looks for the door. He's getting better. Like his jiu-jitsu has always been pretty good. His wrestling is not great, honestly, but jiu-jitsu is pretty good. So that's what I'm wondering here. Like Spivak is 20 years old. Now he's fighting Almeida. Almeida should roll here, man. Almeida should be able to get takedowns here. I don't think Almeida's jiu-jitsu. I don't think Spivak's jiu-jitsu is better than Almeida. I don't think Spivak's gonna be able to like get a position over him where you can like look for a submission. I just don't see that happening. I think he's gonna be trying. He's gonna try to roll for an armbar, like one of those submissions, but it's not gonna work out. And then I think Almeida just gonna fucking bully him. Almeida all day, guys. This is a fucking lock of the century, probably. One thing I was worried about Almeida, obviously the KO power. If you have KO power and you can stuff some of those takedowns, you can clip him, knock him out, which obviously Curtis Blades was able to do, but I don't think Spivak has that ability. And Blades is pretty big for the weight class. I think Blades is fucking like huge for the weight class. And he's actually got a lot of KO power. And Almeida was still took him down like 9 times. Like that was impressive. I picked Almeida there. I don't think it was a bad pick. Even though he lost the fight, he got caught up against the fence. I mean, I don't think Almeida was a bad pick there. I actually had a parlay with Almeida, Macy Barber. That's the only round robin parlay I've ever done in my life. And I know fucking round robin tells me to do round robins all the time. I only done round robin one time, and it was Macy Barber, Almeida, and it was what was the other one? I think it was Gamrot. It was Gamrot. So it was 3-leg parlay. Like Almeida was like +100 money line, so that's why I parlay him there. And the reason I did it, like the reason I did a round robin is obviously because I wasn't confident in Almeida there, because I knew that like we had Blades gonna have the opportunity to knock him out, which he could have won that fight honestly if he didn't make that mistake hanging on to the leg of Blades. I mean, in the second round, but I think Almeida's gonna be okay here. He should be able to roll, and I'm gonna pick Almeida. I think first round submission, honestly, first round submission or ground and pound. I'll say ground and pound. I'll say ground and pound or submission. I think the under 1.5 rounds is pretty safe. I'm on the under. I'm already on the under, guys. So I haven't parlayed a meta yet. I'm still thinking about it. I want to see the weigh-ins and everything like that. So I might wait till tomorrow now. But I'm pretty confident Meta here. Now can Almeida can this go the distance? I mean, can't maybe, but I just don't think so, guys. I think once Almeida gets on top of Spivak, I think Almeida knows what the UFC wants from him, because there's really no one else that heavyweight right now that could be fighting for the belts. I mean, obviously other than Aspinall, Ray Aspinall was automatically next for the belt. Who else is there? I mean, there's really no one else other than I guess Volkov. I should have won that fight over. He should have beat that guy. I mean, Cyril Gahn, UFC, the last card pay-per-view. I mean, there really isn't anyone else right now. Yeah, I'm leaning towards ground and pound. I think this Spivak is just gonna cover up. Honestly, he could go for he's got pretty good submission though. Like he can lock in that rear naked choke. Like if he takes your back, man, I don't think Spivak's gonna be able to fight hands. So I think under 1.5 rounds is pretty okay. It's not. There's like more than 50% chance I feel like that it goes under. You put 2K, bro. I only put 1K. I'm not even 1 full K on this card yet. But and that's Canadian, bro. That's gonna be I don't know how much that's 750 US. I mean, but yeah, I know you got a lot more money than I do, bro. So hopefully we all fucking make money this card. The last pay-per-view card was pretty good for us. We had a bunch of parlays, 3 different parlays on the last pay-per-view. And I think this card is gonna be pretty good. All right, let's move on. Almeida is gonna be the pick. And I think this is a favorite that I do trust. I do trust Almeida. Minus 430, guys. I do trust Almeida here to roll. I just think he's gonna be way more athletic, and his cardio is there. We've seen him wrestle. We know we can wrestle for 5 rounds, unless he gets caught up in an armbar submission or something like that, which I don't really see happening. Like how else is Spivak win? I mean, how else is he gonna win this fight? Some people put 1K, 1.6K. I mean, if I had crazy amount of money, bro, I'd put everything on Talbot and fucking Umar. Honestly, I'd just do everything on that too, guys. If you have $1 million, I mean, why wouldn't you if you don't have to if you have $1 million and you don't really care if you lose that $1 million, why wouldn't you just put it on Talbot? I'd probably put everything on Talbot by KO. Honestly, I've got 5. You got 5 on Dalton, Rania, Islam, and Umar. I got Islam and Umar. I mean, I don't have Islam in parlay, but I got Umar in parlay with KSW fighter from last month. Armin, Marab. I honestly this is what I want to do, right? This is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about just parlaying Umar and a bunch of other more parlays, then covering the hedging that with Marab by split and by unanimous decision. That's what I'm thinking about doing, honestly. I just gotta find a solid that I can another parlay piece that I can find next to Umar. I already got Umar one parlay that I need him for, but I'm thinking about just adding him to a bunch of different parlays and just going crazy and just hedging by Marab, because Marab finds the finish, man. I'm gonna be shocked if Marab finishes him somehow. It's not gonna happen. But Marab by distance plus 350, I think, or plus 400, I think, something like that. So you can hedge that if you want, but I'm just gonna I haven't really hedged a lot. I mean, the past few years, but that's something I might do maybe. If I do more parlays with Umar, then I might hedge maybe, because I don't want to have crazy fucking risk and just Marab goes out there dominates fucking Umar. You never know. From Marab is just one of those guys he could fucking do that. It could happen. I'm not even I wouldn't be completely shocked that happens, but I don't think it's gonna happen, but it could happen. Next fight on the card, obviously we got Peyton Talbot versus Raoni Barcelos, guys. Raoni Barcelos has some high level wins, guys. Raoni Barcelos in his prime. If Barcelos was 32, 33, I mean, I'd probably take Barcelos plus 3.5 at plus crazy plus money. And but yeah, Barcelos' problem is that he doesn't wrestle enough when he should, and he's more than willing to strike, right? He's willing to strike it out, and in the striking, guys, it's gonna be too fucking slow. He's gonna be too stiff, and Peyton's gonna be too fast. He's gonna be able to find openings right down the center line. He's gonna be able to find shots right down the pipe, and I don't think Barcelos is gonna be able to. I don't think Barcelos has the reflexes to be able to see the punches coming. He's not gonna be able to see the traps. For Peyton Talbot is gonna be setting him up with. Unless he wrestles, then maybe he can win. If you can wrestle Talbot, we have seen Talbot wrestled before. Fernie Garcia had a lot of success wrestling Peyton Talbot like in his UFC debut. I don't know if people. I think people forget, man. People completely forgotten about that. I think people have completely forgot about that Fernie Garcia fight. I think like I think I had him by like a KO in that one. Yeah, I did have him by KO. And he fucking submits Fernie Garcia in the third round. That was definitely pissed me off there, but I like KO was at least plus money back then. You can't even get KO plus money anymore. I mean, yeah, like, but yeah, Fernie Garcia is tough though. I think Barcelo is pretty tough, but I just think Peyton Talbot is wrestling like since then in his youth debut, like he's definitely like, I mean, he hasn't really fought anyone that's gonna like look to really wrestle him, take him down. Like, I mean, Janice Gamori is a fucking kickboxer, like one of the worst kickboxers in UFC right now. Um, Cameron Sideman is a striker. He can wrestle, but not really known for his wrestling. I mean, Barcelo is probably the best, most experienced opponent that Peyton Talbot has fought. I mean, but I am gonna pick Peyton Talbot. I mean, I'm not gonna try to be different, pick Barcelos and hope something crazy happens that he gets a crazy submission or some lucky submission. I just don't see it happening. I mean, it's not gonna happen more than likely, but it's MMA, so you can never write anyone off in MMA. Like I've learned that in the past couple of years. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be first round, bro. What I'm worried about with like when everyone's on the same side as Peyton first round KO, like I think Peyton's last fight, people are like giving people didn't think he's gonna like knock him out in the first 20 seconds. I don't think a lot of people are like first round KO. I thought it was gonna be like a second on KO over Gamori, but he knocked him out early, man. It was like 20 seconds. And it just straight, I think it was right hand down, straight the line down, right down the straight, right down the pipe. I mean, what the fuck am I saying? It was a straight right down the pipe that he hit him with. It was pretty much all over. Like, and I think it's gonna be the same way. I think he's gonna knock him down. He's gonna jump on him. He's gonna ground and pound him. So under 1.5 rounds, guys, take the under 1.5 rounds. I think it's not bad, honestly. Under 1.5 rounds is not bad. Barcelos is ass. Give me Lion Chief test Talbot. Have you guys seen this new fucking haircut, man? Like, let me see if I can find this new haircut. I couldn't even tell the same fucking he's the same guy, bro. I could not tell this guy was the same dude. I don't know if I can pull it up here. I'm sure you guys seen that on his Instagram, right? He doesn't look like the same person anymore. I think he cut his hair. I'd say if they fight 16 times, Honey wins a few. I think if they fight like 10 times, I'd probably like see him winning like once out of 10. Like that's why the way the odds have him. I mean, like basically. But bro, like the problem with Barcelo is like he's getting hurt in every fight. I mean, even that fight against Christian Quinones, like Quinones fucking hurts him early. Like he's hurting him early. Like even like Collar Phillips is not known for that power, mostly known as a volume striker. Like he's hurting him. He drops him early. Like he's dropping this guy early. Like Barcelo's durability is like, I know he's only been KO'd like one time, but like you watch tape on this guy, man, you can see the signs. I mean, you can see it happening. And I think it's gonna be under 1.5 rounds. So my pick's gonna be under 1.5 rounds. I'm gonna pick Peyton Talbot, obviously, but my bet's gonna be under 1.5 rounds here. The fight doesn't go distance like minus 325, so it's not even fucking worth the pearl. For me, for me, I think betting wise, like if you're gonna go fight doesn't go distance, like there's no value in that. You might as well just go under 1.5 round, roll the dice and under 1.5 rounds plus 125. There's a chance it goes under, and obviously there's a chance it goes over. I mean, if Barcelo's chin holds up, and if you can get a few takedowns, burn the clock. I mean, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. If nothing else, a judge. I don't think they're gonna give it to Barcelos. I mean, like, bro, the UFC gets what they want, right? Like the UFC, even if Rob goes out there like fucking wins clearly, I still think they're gonna give it to Umar. Honestly, like, look at it like this, right? Like Marab, they kicked Marab out of the UFC PI's institute. Like he can't train over there. He's got to train over a Syndicate MMA, I think, or something like that. Like he's training over at a different gym. Like the UFC, they don't give a fuck about Marab. They don't give a fuck about Barcelos. I mean, I don't think they care about Barcelos. And they know Peyton Talbot is gonna be that cash cow because he's got power. He's got a highlight. He's getting highlight KOs, and that's what the UFC wants, right? They want you to get a highlight KO. They can build you up. They can put you on pay-per-view cards. I mean, he goes out there, gets a crazy KO. He's gonna be on the next pay-per-view. Maybe even the main card. I wouldn't be shocked if they put Peyton Talbot on the main card. Him versus like a top 15 ranked guy next. at bantamweight. Honestly, him versus I want to see him versus what's that guy's name? Basharat. Bro, what's that guy's name? No, not Javid Basharat. Fareed Basharat. Like, I think that would be a good matchup. Fareed Basharat versus that should have been the matchup here. Honestly, like if I'm being honest, that would be a good matchup. I mean, it wouldn't be we wouldn't get a crazy KO like we're gonna get in this one. But I think that would be like a more competitive matchup. Because like Basharat mixes up his game like a lot better than Barcelos, and he's obviously not fucking 50 or 40 years old almost. Talbot, yeah, he's jesty, bro. The guy knows how to fight. I mean, doesn't matter what he does. Also, Dockin. Talbot, you think Talbot just isn't? I mean, I think it's gonna be KO. I think it's too fast. I mean, the only way I see it going the distance if Barcelo like makes him wrestle with him, like maybe Talbot's gonna be okay. Let me just prove a point and I'll wrestle this guy because he can out wrestle him. Man. We have seen like even like other guys like take down Barcelos. Quinones was taking down Barcelos. Like Barcelos wrestling isn't like taking defense isn't like break isn't like a break wall. Like his taking defense is like getting worse. I feel like now, even though we haven't seen him get like submitted. I mean, but he's definitely getting taken on now. I agree with you. Still wouldn't put us. Yeah, I sprinkled under 1.5 rounds, half unit. I mean, I'm not gonna parlay the money line. It's not fucking worth it. It'd be at like minus 400, minus 500. Like I still think minus 400, minus 450. Like I'd parlay Talbot at minus 450, but minus like whatever. Like it's not fucking worth it. I think he's gonna make it look pretty easy, honestly. Like next fight on the card. Excuse me. I gotta get some fucking water soon. Next fight on the card, guys. We got oh, where am I? Okay, there we go. We got Kevin Holland versus Renier the Ritter, guys. So I watched Kevin Holland's interview with MMA Guru. And let me tell you guys, man, it doesn't give me more confidence. Like it never gives me more confidence when I watch Kevin Holland's interview. Like obviously watching Renier the Ritter, like his previous fight. He looked like shit, bro. He honestly looked like shit, which is why I think the line's even money. If you went out there, like, made it look easier with GM3, I think already would be like, if you got a first round submission, he almost had the first round KO. The bell kind of saved GM3. I mean, he goes out there, knocks out GM3 in the first round. You guys think it'd be like even money or like, would he be minus 110 over Kevin Holland? I think it'd be like minus 140, minus 150 ish. If he goes out there, makes it look easy with GM3, which is not easy, man. GM3 can turn a lot of guys away. I mean, when you can grapple, I mean, because GM3 has pretty good grappling too. He's got a pretty good card. And he's got so much experience at the UFC level. Kevin Holland also a lot of experience at the UFC level. Pretty good matchmaking by the UFC here. If Kevin Holland can stuff takedowns, he's gonna go out there. He's gonna knock out Renier the Ritter. I have no doubt about that. If he can't defend takedowns against RDR is a guy that doesn't have like traditional takedowns. He's actually got like inside body lock, inside trap takedowns. Like he knows how to use his weight to like get you down. Like he's got a lot of different types of takedowns. I mean, a lot of judo takedowns. Like I don't know what those takedowns are called, but like I mean, I'm sure you guys watched tape on this guy. You guys seen his previous fights. Takedowns he was getting against GM3. I mean, it was almost against the fence like that. He's dragging him down. The GM3's takedown defense isn't that crazy because he kind of wants to grapple with you. GM3 is okay with grappling with you. Kevin Holland can grapple and he can grapple pretty well. Like he's okay playing that BJJ game off his back. But 185, man, at 170, I think Kevin Holland at 170 has good enough takedown defense where guys aren't just able to take him down easy. Like people have done it, but it's not as easy as that 185 guys can do that to him at 185. Renier de Ritter used to fight at 205, guys. I know he looks goofy as fuck on the feet. He could get knocked out here in the first round. That could happen. But I am gonna pick de Ritter. I trust his preparation more. I feel like he takes his career more serious than Holland. Holland obviously is a better striker, has fought the better opposition. Not even close. Not even the same category if we're talking about the level of opposition. Kevin Holland has gone out there, knocked out Jeff Neal. He's knocked out Anthony Fluffy Hernandez in the first round with the body kick. He's knocked out Santiago Ponzinibbio, but I feel like even right now, man, I don't think Kevin Holland's the same fighter anymore. I still think he's got knockout power. Like it's not gonna leave you as you get older. He's not that old. He's only like 32, 33, but I feel like there's definitely we're seeing Kevin Holland slow down. I mean, before his chin was like crazy good. Then we seen him get knocked down a few times against MVP. I know they didn't count those as knockdowns officially, but we've seen him getting hit. We've seen him get hit pretty big, and he's getting rocked all over the place. Then he fights Makhachev, who's a former light heavyweight. Makhachev knocks him down early in the first round. Now, all Makhachev cannot fucking grapple. Like I don't know how many times I've picked people to submit Makhachev. I think it's got to be like I picked Michel Pereira to submit Olajic. I picked Holland to submit him. I was like, I can't remember how many times I was picked people to submit that guy. The guy just cannot grapple. I mean, that guy Makhachev has no clue how to grapple. Like they can probably get anyone. They can probably get Pentosa. I think Pentosa submits Olajic. Honestly, I'm not even fucking kidding with you guys. I think Pentosa submits Olajic probably in the first like 2 minutes. Even though Olajic is a former light heavyweight, I mean Pentosa's flyweight. I mean, I still think I mean in the grappling match I would pick Pentosa over him, but in a fight obviously Olajic would probably knock him out. But I'm just saying like that's how bad Olajic jiu-jitsu is. Jiu-jitsu, I mean. But Holland, bro, he's got submissions with Michael Chiesa. Like I picked him for Michael Chiesa. I'm actually 6-0 in Holland picks, guys, in the past. And I'm gonna fade him here, guys. I don't know if this is like the best spot to fade him because the guys that are losing to, I mean, Norman Delite, he's been in UFC for a minute, never been finished. So I knew Roman Delite was gonna give him a tough fight. And if all he had to do was mix in a few takedowns, and it took him some time, Roman Delite, to get takedowns, but once he got takedowns right, Roman Delite isn't the best wrestler. I don't think he's got the best takedowns entries. But it didn't take a long, right? He went for a takedown, got the takedown right away. Michael Wyndham Page. I think Holland got a takedown on Michael Wyndham Page, maybe, or maybe Michael Wyndham Page. No, Michael Wyndham Page was tripping him down. I mean, with trips, I mean, like maybe that had something to do with the striking rate from MVP, like tricking him. We picked MVP there, had him by decision, easy money there, plus 220. We cast out on the live stream. Jack Della Maddalena. I was really confident this one on Jack Della Maddalena by decision. I was like telling everyone. I think that's when I started my channel back then, like back in 2023. That's when I made my YouTube channel back then. So I was telling everyone, I was telling everyone like bet the over 2.5 rounds and bet Jack Della Maddalena money line. We got him at plus 105 there over Holland, and that was a pretty easy read. I mean, Holland, like if you put pressure on Holland, like you have good boxing and you have good striking, you can kind of like give him problems on the feed. And if you can make some takedowns and take him down, you can give him a lot of problems on the ground. Now Holland is pretty tough, so I don't know if RDR is going to submit him. He's got a good BJJ, but I don't know if he's going to submit him, honestly. Like, there's a chance that he submits him. There's a chance that he just lays on top of him. So I'm going to pick the RDR, but like, this is not a, if I bet on this fight, I'm not going to be fucking like watching this fight. I'm like, why the fuck did I ever bet on this guy? Because he might go out there, look goofy and get knocked out early. Or he might go out there, like, try to get takedowns and he can't hold this guy down. Like, that could happen. I mean, we have seen people get up after they get taken down by RDR. So that could happen. I mean, but I am gonna give RDR a chance here. I think him losing to Malikin's a fucking juice head. I mean, that guy's huge. I think Malikin would pick up Holland and throw him out of the octagon. Honestly, that guy's a juice head, and he fights at like 265 or something like that at 1FC. The guy's huge, man. Now Holland, if he doesn't knock him out early, I mean, I think RDR is gonna be okay. He's gonna be able to get takedowns and just lay on top of him and maybe get a submission. So I'm gonna go RDR, but I don't know. I haven't bet this fight yet. I'm gonna think about it. I want to watch the weigh and see how this sides up tomorrow. Yeah, what's going on, Luis? Let's go, Luis, in the house. Holland by decision. I think that's not a bad play, but I just think he's gonna go for if it's striking. I just don't think RDR is gonna be able to like hang with him on the feet. I mean, RDR's got sneaky power, man. RDR's got sneaky power. Like, he throws from different angles. Like, just his body language when he strikes with people. Like, I just don't like the way he just fucking covers up there and turns his head around. Like, it's like DDP, right? It's like DDP, but he doesn't have a lot of like big knockout power, one punch KO power. JDM's about to do Leon dirty. I don't know if I'm ready to write off Leon just yet, man. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I remember that JDM fight against Burns, bro. Burns was outstriking JDM. I mean, in moments at range. Like, people forget about that. I feel like I like JDM. I'm a big fan of JDM. Like, we had him as locked the week over who was it, Burns? So I'm definitely cheering for JDM, but I'm not really ready to write off Leon yet. Leon's problem is like he's so fucking low volume. Like, if Leon threw more volume, I'd bet him plus money right now. But just like the volume, it's too patient, man. He's too willing to like get pressured. I mean, he's too willing to let like be on the back foot. I mean, if he's like If he was the one pressuring people, like walking people down, I mean, if he had some power, like big power in the hands, he doesn't have any power in the hands. So that's the problem with Leon. I mean, picking Leon in that spot. But the guy has 5 round experience. He's got cardio. Like we know he can grapple. He took down Usman. He was out wrestling Usman in the first round. So we know Leon if he comes in with a good game plan, like he comes in confident. I think Leon can win that fight. Honestly, not sure if I'll pick him, but I think people are kind of like completely writing off Leon just because he lost to Bilal Muhammad. Next fight on the card, guys. Let's go. Next fight on the card. I think Hardier Westman's like plus 830. There's definitely a chance that he submits Holland, man, but Holland's not easy just to finish. I mean, but he's coming off a rib injury now. Let's see, man. Let's see if Hardier can pass this test. But I know Hardier wants this more than Holland because Holland's okay with just getting paycheck after paychecks from the UFC. I don't think he's worried about getting cut from the UFC. The UFC's not going to cut him. So like he's kind of like in cruise control right now. I feel like if he can go out there and win easy, he's gonna win. If things aren't going his way, he's gonna be okay. Just like losing, I guess. That's what I feel like about Holland. And guys, I'll tell you guys. So since I remember I bet on this guy over Wonder Boy, bro, that was so frustrating. That Wonder Boy fight. I can't tell you guys how fucking frustrating that was. This guy takes on Wonder Boy, like Wonder Boy slips. I think Wonder Boy slipped, right, and he's on his back, and Holland's like, just get up, bro, just get up. Like I can't trust a guy like that. Like that guy that just kind of like doesn't follow the game plan. That's not gonna just not gonna fight smart for your money. Like if he goes out there, knocks it already, like it is what it is, right? That can happen. We know he's a better striker, and I'm willing to like take that on the chin if Ardier gets knocked out. But I'm gonna go Ardier here. Yo, what's going on? Great shirt. You should stream more during the week. It's I know, bro, but I got fucking. I'm gonna pay my bills, man. I got bills to pay. I can't. I don't do this full time. I mean, I probably could if I really wanted to, but I don't know. It's hard, bro. Like I work and I got to do other shit. I'm definitely gonna try to stream more. I mean, that's what I'm streaming today. I mean, because I wanted to get at least stream in. I'll probably go live tomorrow and obviously Saturday, but yeah, I do got to stream more. I know streaming definitely helps your channel grow more. Holland either KO the shit out Hardier or Hardier wins. I think Hardier can take him down and lay on him. I think he could do that. Like Brunson was able to do, right? Brunson has good wrestling, but I don't think he's got good BJJ like Hardier. Brunson's a guy that can like has heavy top pressure and he can wrestle. Brunson's chinny too. Brunson can get chin too, and he wasn't able to like chin Brunson. I mean, am I on Jamal or Jiri? We'll talk about the fights on Lima. I don't see Holland. Yeah, I think if he wins, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna put him away because I think Ardier's like leaves too many openings on the feet, and if the stand up fight, I think he's gonna put him away. Either way, I don't think this fight's gonna go the distance. Holland wants to fight 6 fights this year as if he's not gonna get cut. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, Luis. I don't think Dana White's gonna cut him, bro. He's on a pay per view. Like, look at this. He's on a fucking pay per view. Like look, how many fights? He's like 3-5 in his last like 8 fights, and he's still on the pay per view. Like they had Tony Ferguson on the pay per view, bro. He's Tony Ferguson's still in the UFC. Like Tony Ferguson has like I don't know how many losses he has. Like I don't know. He's probably got 20 fucking losses now. Tony Ferguson hasn't won a fight since like I was in high school. I think. Yeah, I don't think Tony Ferguson hasn't won a fight since I was in high school, and the UFC is still in the UFC roster. I mean, so like it kind of depends who you are, right? Kevin Holland's a company man. I mean. So Dana White loves company men, people that take fights anywhere, anytime. I mean, so I don't think Dana White's gonna cut him. Even if he loses this fight, I don't think he's worried about getting cut. He's not worried about getting cut. I don't think he's getting cut. He could lose the next 3 fights. I still don't think he's getting cut. Maybe next 4, maybe then. But I don't think he's getting cut right now. Ardier is gonna try to submit him in the first round. He thinks he's higher level than Hamzat. Bro, he's not as good as Hamzat Chimaev. His wrestling is not as good as Hamzat Chimaev. He's got good VGJ, but I don't think his wrestling is as crazy. I don't like his body language when he's fighting out there. Like I don't want to be fucking sitting there like raising like he could go out there like get clipped a few times or get dropped a few times early, then get a submission third round. Like that could happen again. But like I just don't want to like go through that, right? I just don't want to go through that. If he goes out there in the first round, submits on the first round, like that, I'm not expecting him to submit Holland in the first round. If he goes out there, submits in the first round, okay, then that means Holland's fucking washed. I mean, But I think Holland's gonna put up a pretty good fight. I think it's gonna be a back and forth fight. Let's go Beverly Hills Ninja. Yeah, T Freaks, bro. Blades and shades, guys. Blades and shades. Let's go. Throw some sand out there. Yo, I'm honestly happy that fucking Habib and Ferguson never happened. I mean, but honestly, maybe that's what that fight should have happened. Maybe Ferguson would have retired after getting his ass beat by Habib. Like, I don't know what's going on with T Ferguson anymore. Next fight on the card, guys. We got Benny Dariush versus Hanato Moicano. Hanato Moicano. I can't remember. I don't know how much money I've lost on Moicano, fading Moicano in the past. So I've lost money betting on the last 3 fights of Moicano. Like, I only made money betting on Moicano over Riddle. I had him by like first on submission there, and that was the first on submission too. Like club and sub. Like what's his name? Riddle is fucking washed. Like, you're tired after that one. So I've been losing money on Moicano. I lost money betting on Santani, but I was lucky enough to like recover some of that. Like, we were able to live bet on that fight. Lucky for me, I wasn't live on that during that fight, so I was able to like sit back and just like live bet that fight ends by KO. Because I've seen him, like, I seen Santani's face fucking pulverize. So I knew they're gonna stop it. I knew there's no way they're gonna let that fight go on for 5 rounds. So we were like, you can bet those props now live on DraftKings, like fight ends by KO or submission live. You can get some pretty good odds on that. I was able to make some money back there, but I still lost in Benoit Santani KO. I thought I was gonna maybe ground and pound him later. Jalen Turner, I think I had the under 1.5 or something like that. Maybe I can't remember. I think I had Turner. I think Turner by like KO. He probably could have knocked him out early. I mean, he should have knocked him out early, but Turner just doesn't. Turner's never had good takedown defense. Turner's never had good takedown defense. I remember for a lot taking on Turner like over and over. So like Turner's always had bad takedown defense. Dude, Dober, he took down Dober early. Like, I bet the fight doesn't go the distance on that one, and that one fucking went the distance. That one somehow went the distance. Like, so I'm just done. I'm just done betting on this guy's fights now. Honestly, guys, like, I just can't. I'm gonna pick Moicano because I think he's looked a lot better recently. Like, he's confident. Like, he's training over their American Top Team, and the line's like not horrible. But like, I don't want to just bet in my chalk now. Then I lose my bet. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Like, the previous couple of fights I've been telling people this guy's not that good, bro. Because if he can get takedowns, I think striking is like okay. It's kind of mid. Like, he's got good kicks, good knees up the middle. He's got a good tight clinch and all that, but his head's like on the center line, guys. His head's right up in the air. Like, so when he's striking, when he's throwing knees up the middle, like, his head's right up in the air. So Dariush, I know he hasn't knocked out anyone in fucking, I don't know how many years. Probably got to be like fucking 10 years. Got to be like 10 years, over 10 years. I know he hasn't knocked out anyone in 10 years, but he's still got the capability to do that. He's still got the capability to find that big power. Maybe Moicano getting desperate with takedowns, and he just fucking goes for a spinning back fist, knocks on Moicano. Moicano is chinny. I mean, Moicano's been dropped so many times, but he's tough. Moicano is tough. We know he's going to be there. He's going to be there for the whole 50 minutes. He's not going to look for the door unless the referee pulls Dariush off Moicano. Moicano's not going anywhere, so we know he's going to be there for 50 minutes. Now he's fighting a guy like Dariush who's talking about retirement. I do think Dariush has got better striking on the feet. If this is a striking matchup, I do think if his chin holds up, I do think Dariush is a better striker. But I can't pick him. I can't like bank on his chin holding up here. Even though like Moicano doesn't hit that hard, it doesn't take much when you're getting knocked out this many times. In the first round too, like it's not him just getting knocked out. I mean, it's him taking the damage that he's taken in the past 2 fights. And Moicano takes damage too, but he's not going out cold, right? Like, he's not getting fucking slept out cold. So I am gonna pick Moicano, and I'll pick Moicano by like first round. I think it's gonna be a crazy fight, and I think Moicano can finish him. Moicano has finishing upside, and he's been a finisher normally. Like, he's only gone the distance a few times. I think he could finish Dariush. I don't think he's gonna finish him like by submission. I think it's gonna be ground and pound or something like that, but I think you could clip him on the feet. Dariush chin worries me. I'm probably just gonna sit back and watch this fight. See what this fight looks like, because this is gonna be a fun matchup. It's definitely gonna be a fun matchup. I'm gonna go money Moicano, guys. I like Dariush, man. I picked Dariush over Oliveira. I'll be the first one to tell you guys that. I picked this guy over fucking Oliveira. Then lucky enough for me, I cast out my bets after because I was like, I had a bad feeling about it. If you guys go back in my community section, go all the way like a fucking year over. I remember like picking Darius. I was like telling everyone to go bet this guy. Then I was like, the night before, I changed my mind. I was like, fuck, I don't know. I think Oliver was going to be too much for him. Then that's what happened. Then Oliver was too much for him. And then Armin was Malak the week over Darius, and he knocked him out in the first round. But Armin, and he hasn't really been a guy known for knocking people out on the feet. I mean, I know he's got the capability. He's got big power. He's explosive, but normally he's a guy that'll take people down and like ground and pound. So the fact that he knocks him out in the first round, Darius doesn't have any success in that fight. That kind of worries me about Darius, man. That kind of does worry me about Darius. And I think Moicano's grappling is underrated, man. I know Darius is a pretty good grappler. I think Moicano has better control than Gamrot. If you like, he's got better back takes than Gamrot. Gamrot's a guy that like he'll shoot a takedown, then he'll like hold you there. Like, whereas Moicano, like if you can get under your like your hips, he'll like take you down. Like then he'll like take your back in a transition as you're trying to get back up. Like that's where Moicano's better at. Whereas like Gamrot's like he'll like shoot a bunch of takedowns, like 20 takedowns, like Marab. Like he'll just hold you down. He's not really gonna look to like take your back and like backpack you, like burn the clock with the backpack triangle. I mean, with the body triangle. I mean, so that's where the difference is in this fight. I know Darius has a really good grappling, really good taking defense. He's shown that in the past, and that's what he's probably hoping that if he can show his taking defense, he probably can win. Honestly, I hope. Honestly, I like both these guys. I hope the better man wins in this matchup, and I'm just probably gonna stay away from this one. I do like Moicano, like minus 150. Like it seems like a crazy pick right now, but just stylistically, I think Darius shins. That's the only reason I'm leaning towards Moicano here. The damage that he's taken in the chin, and other than that, I think Moicano. I think Darius does good striking. He's got good wrestling, and he's pretty good on the feet. He's got nice knees with the middle. Like Darius has got nice knees. Go watch this fight with Ferreira, bro. Darius is not a slouch on the feet. It's just his chin. That's the problem for Darius. Acromatics that Darius is the best underdog, no doubt. He's probably not one of the like if you're going based with skills, like who's the better fighter? Like not who's looked better recently. I do think Darius is a better fighter. Like he's shown that he can like win minutes on the feet. Like if he has strike alone, like we have seen Moicano lose minutes when he's not getting takedowns. Like so that's like the way I'm thinking about this fight. Andrew said less confident. Carpenter, Sopai. I am more confident in Sopai than Moicano though. It's crazy to think because Moicano has he's like 12-5 in the UFC or something like that. Maybe like Darius by decision because I don't think Darius is finishing Moicano. Honestly, he might drop him maybe here and there, but I don't think he's gonna finish him. I think Moicano is fucking tough, man. He's training over there with Grant Dawson, training over there Poirier. I mean, these guys. Poirier said Moicano is giving him a tough fight, guys. If Poirier is saying that Moicano is giving him a tough fight, I believe Poirier. Honestly, I do believe Poirier. Don't put Talbot in, bro. You won't see me do that. I mean, it's not worth it for me. All others I'm staying away from. I got Talbot props. I think the under 1.5 rounds is not bad in the Talbot fight. Sprinkle data under 1.5 rounds because that's the way I think. If you can keep it standing against Barcelos, I think he's got the opportunity to find that kill shot. People forget already dominated Moicano. Bro, Moicano was eating steaks, drinking beer. Bro, come on. He wasn't even training for that fight, bro. He got his fucking ass beat, bro. Yeah, I remember that one. I honestly do remember that one. He got his fucking ass beat, though. I mean, but what was that, 50-45 or something like that? But it wasn't even a close fight. But I don't think he was training. He wasn't training for that fight for sure. Yeah, he was not training for that fight. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that one. Bro, look how tough he is, though. Like, he got fucking beat up from start to finish, and he didn't give up out there. He like that shows how tough he is. Even against Dober, man. Dober was hitting some big shots, and like he's still in there taking big shots, trying to get takedown, trying to win fight. So I think Moicano, if you're gonna trust anyone, like if anyone's gonna fight for your money, it's gonna be Moicano. Like, but you want to get at least like close to even money on a guy like this for banking on his toughness, and if he doesn't find the early finish. I mean, maybe first round, like Moicano first round finish, and you can sprinkle that and take Darius by decision. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad pick. Wouldn't be a bad sprinkles. I mean, maybe put $20 on each. You didn't, bro. I had to I had to go live. I want to watch the press conference later. I was definitely like planning on being live for the press conference for UFC 311. I don't know if I'll be live for later, but I wanted to be live for the. I wanted to do a recap for last week, and I wanted to like do a live preview for this card. Normally, like I'll do a live preview like on the morning of the fights. I mean, maybe I might do another one this Saturday. I don't know if I'll do one right now. I don't know yet if I'll do one this Saturday. But who did you pick? I'm picking Mike Connell. Pick him. Who's the parlay buster for 311? Right now, we'll go over the card and I'll tell you guys who I think is the parlay buster. At minus 150, you guys, honestly, like Mike Connell is not the worst value on this card for minus 150. Dariush, you really like Dariush, eh? If he bro, he's gonna have to like. I think he's gonna be patient early in the first round. I think he's gonna take his time because when you get knocked out or like back to back in the first round, like people like when fighters come back, they're kind of hesitant, right? They're not really throwing big shots anymore, and so like that's my problem with Dariush. I mean, I think he's gonna drop the first round. I think Mike Connell can win the first round, like just kind of like get ahead of him because he's got that. He's coming up momentum. He's coming up 4 wins in a row. So he's not gonna be worried about anything. He's not gonna be overthinking anything, right? Mike Connor's not gonna be overthinking anything, but Darius is gonna be overthinking everything. He's gonna be like, "Fuck, man! If I do this, I might get clipped. I might get knocked out again." So like, that's what I'm thinking about this fight. Like, well, I do think this like stylistically, I think this should be like even money fight. But the reason like Mike Connor's favored right now is probably because of the recency bias against Darius's chin durability. I mean, yeah, I'll pick Mike Connor though. Well, I like both guys. I like Dariush. Dariush is good people too. Next fight on the card, guys. We got Jiri Prohajka versus Jamal Hall Hill. Is it Jamal Hall? Jamal Hall. Jamal Hall. Is it Jamal Hill or is it Jamal Hall Hill? What the fuck, man? Like, why is there H on this guy's name? Jamal? Is it Jamal? Jamal Hall. Jamal Hall. Jamal Hall. Jamal Hall Hill. Jamal Hall Hill. Okay. It's Jamal Hill, all right? I think the H might be silent, maybe. All right, so we got this fight, guys. I mean, I'll give you guys a bet that I like on this fight. Fight ends in the first rounds, guys. That's the bet that I like on this fight. That's what I decided. I was thinking about Projka, maybe like ITD, because it was like plus 200, like on DraftKings. I mean, when they opened the props, I mean, it was plus 200. I don't think it's plus 200 anymore. Maybe it still is. That's what I was thinking about, right? I was thinking about that. I mean, then I look at like it's plus 200. So that I was thinking about like betting that. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. He leaves a lot of openings, so like he's gonna have to survive early storm against Hill. I don't know if he's gonna survive that early storm. I know Prochka is gonna be out there pressuring Hill. He's gonna be in his face. I don't think Hill's gonna be mixing in takedowns, which would probably be smart for Hill to mix in takedowns. I mean, the only time I've seen Hill mix in takedowns, I think it was over Thiago Santos. I think it was a long time ago. Thiago Santos is the only guy that he was able to mix in. No, Thiago Santos was mixing in takedowns over Hill. Okay, so it wasn't the other way around. It was Thiago Santos mixing in takedowns over Hill. I think Santos got like 6 takedowns, and Santos was never really a guy known for going out there and like getting takedowns on anyone. So we know Hill can get taken down. We know this guy can make mistakes in the grappling exchanges, but lucky for him, Projka doesn't really grapple all that much. Now Projka has been saying that he's going to mix in his full game. He's going to be bringing the full MMA game to the table. I don't think I believe Projka. I don't think I believe this guy, man. He's gonna go out there. When he's walking out there to the octagon. I think they're just gonna throw down. So I think one of these guys is gonna. I don't think this is gonna see it. We're not gonna see the scorecards for this one. Fight ends in the first 2 rounds, guys. I think minus 125. I like that. I like that a lot, honestly, for this one. But I'm gonna pick. I don't know. I might pick fucking Hill, but I like Jerry, guys. You guys know I like Jerry, so I'm leaning towards Jerry here. I hope he fucking wins, man. I don't know. Hill's actually pretty good. I was pretty high on Hill before. I bet him over Glover. Like I think he was underdog over Glover. No, he was like minus one, even money over Glover, but or like I think it was like minus 140 over Glover. I was pretty confident over Glover. I mean, because Glover, I don't really rate Glover striking that much. I don't think it's that dangerous. Like normally he wants to grapple and he was able to only get one takedown on Jamal Hill. But he wasn't really able to control Jamal Hill on the ground. So I don't think Jerry's gonna be able to control him on the ground or like get his back or anything like that or get a submission or anything like that. Man, I gotta go Hill, guys. I want Project to win. I hope he fucking wins. I hope he proves me wrong. I do think Hill's locked in right now, guys. I do think I do think Hills can get this one done, honestly. Pretty sure said pick him. I was number 1056 out of 1057 men. Okay, okay. Who the fuck is that? Beanie Blue? Bonnie Blue? Who the hell is that Bonnie Blue? And bro, like, are you trying to die? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you might as well just go jump off a bridge than do that. Holy shit. Hill W. I want to pick Hill, guys. I like Jerry, man, and we picked Jerry over Rockets, and I was so happy that he knocked out Rockets. I could see Hill just like kind of like staying on the back and just like counter striking Hill Projka, just kind of piecing him up. So I could see that happening also if he doesn't find the KO. But I think we're gonna see someone go to sleep here. I'm also kind of worried Hill might just play the fucking safe game and just might just. But I think he's gonna go for the KO. I think Hill's pissed off right now, and I think Projka. But I don't know. I don't even know what Projka is. Is he pissed off? I don't even know what Projka like. What he's Projka just seems like it's the same fucking mood every time. Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards Hill here. I think Hill is a better striker, more like technical striker. I'm gonna give him the edge here. I think he's got like better cardio. Also, he's got better volume. I think he broke the significant striking record against Glover, by the way. But none of all that doesn't matter, guys. None of all that matters because man, Projka is such a fucking wild case. So I'm gonna lean towards the Hill now. I'm gonna lean towards the Hill. I want to watch the wins. I want to see how they look on the skills tomorrow. But Hill this should be a match that Hill should be able to win. But if he gets pressured backwards and Projka's throwing big hooks and like throws a big looping hook over the top and cracks Hill's fucking chin, I don't know what Hill's gonna look like, man. We've seen Projka get KO'd and come back and win right over Rockets. We know Projka's chin is pretty good when he's not fighting someone like Poitin. I don't know how Hill's gonna bounce back. I mean, he just got KO'd. He's been thinking about Pereira for the past fucking 9 months. I don't know how many months. 9 months, like I think 9 months, past 9 months or so. So like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna lean towards Hill. No, I hope I don't fucking regret it. I'm gonna wait till the wins. I'll wait till the wins, but I do think this fight's gonna end in the first rounds. So minus 125 for the under 1/2. Not under 1/2. I mean, fight ends in the first rounds. I'm really banking on Projka just go out there and like just fight recklessly the way he fights, man. The guy's only gone the distance like once, I think. He's never gone the distance in the UFC, guys. Oh, he's never gone the distance in the UFC. He's got 6 fights in the UFC and never gone the distance in the UFC. He's gone over three rounds. I mean, he's gone over I think he's only gone over 2 rounds like once. Yeah, he's only gone over 2 rounds. The first round once. He's only gone to the third round once, and that was over Glover in a 5-round matchup. And Glover is pretty hard to KO. I mean, Glover's got a pretty good chin on him. If he's not fighting what was I gonna say? Yeah, Glover has a pretty good chin on him. Yo, what's going on, in fact, bro? Good to see you, man. How you doing today? Jerry blocks punches with his forehead, begging, bro. That's the way he fights, right? Like he's okay taking a big shot. He's okay. He wants you to fire so he can like counter you. Like that's what Projka's good at. Like that's his style, right? That's what he wants to do. He wants you to throw at him. So he wants you to throw big shots that he can roll with, that he can like just kind of roll with. So he's not taking the big damage that he's not taking the full power, right? Like he's kind of rolling with shots. Like when you watch him, man, like he's eating big shots. He does eat big shots. I mean, but we know he can eat big shots from other people. That's not Poitin, right? Can he eat big shots from Hill? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out right now. If he can eat Hill's power, man, I think Hill's gonna be in trouble. Like so, the first one's gonna tell me everything I need to know about this one. If Hill can take Projka's power, I mean, if Projka can take Hill's power, if he doesn't get dropped or like if he can like, just Hill's Projka chin normally is pretty good, and he knows how to roll with punches. So doesn't have the best head movement, but yeah, I think someone's gonna get KO'd here though. Best. My bad. I fucking canceled my I canceled my press backwards. Let's get back to the breakdown. So yeah, my pick's gonna be I'm leaning towards Hill now, guys, but I don't know. I hope Projka wins, honestly. I like Projka more than Hill. It's not even just because of Hill. It's like all the antics and all that. I'm a fan of Prajka more than Hill though. I always have been. This should be a good matchup though. This is gonna be one of the better matches on the card. Next fight on the card, guys. We got the first title fight on the card. Bantamweight title on the line. I mean, Rob Doswilly taking an Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm picking Umar, guys. I've been an Umar for a while, and do I like the odds? I mean, I don't like the odds, but I just think the size. I mean, the wrestling. The Umar's training with. He's been training with these guys all his life. I mean, over there in Dagestan, he's used to people like trying to take him down, trying to hold him down, trying to hold him against the fence, trying to control him. He's used to all that, man. But Marab is a different fucking dude. I mean, he is a different dude. He does bring a different pressure, and his forward pressure. I was watching it back. I was watching his fights back because I wanted to like just get a feel for what he does. It's not even like his striking is that like his striking is pretty horrible. Like it is pretty bad. It's just like it doesn't even matter sometimes, man, because the forward pressure is like too much for a guy. Some of these guys. I mean, like some of these guys like O'Malley, like these guys that are like that are worried about like getting taken down because they don't. I feel like they don't really trust in their preparation to be able to like. They're not really prepared enough in training to be able to like be able to keep it on the feet, to be able to keep the balance. I think Umar has the balance where even if Marab is like grabbing the single leg, which he's gonna be grabbing the single leg over and over. He's gonna be trying to like pick it up and like unbalance Umar. I think Umar has really good balance on all these Dagestanis. They have really good balance. I mean, you watch Islam Makhachev, you watch Habib Nurmagomedov, all these guys, even Tagir Limbakov, these guys have really good balance. And even Samil Musayev, I mean, over there in PFO, like these guys, bro, these guys know, like, you don't get to this level if you're not, if you don't have good takedown defense. I mean, these guys are like, that's the first thing they learn. And I know Umar, like, he's been a striker, then you learn how to wrestle after. So I think Marab is a better wrestler in this matchup against Umar. But I do think Marab's going to have success. He's going to take down Umar a few times here and there, hold him against the fence, maybe clinch him here and there. Like, I do think this is going to go 5 rounds. Lean towards it going over. I honestly hope that Umar knocks him out. Like, I want to see Umar knock him out, put him away, put him in a body bag. You guys know I'm a big Marab hater. Not just because of style, I mean, but it's mostly just a style fighting. I mean, it's pretty fucking doesn't do anything. Because it's like every time you watch a title fight of Marab, you know he's gonna do the same thing. It's like there's nothing new, bro. Like I want to see something new. I want to see like as a champion, you should be like making improvements. You should be like trying to finish fights. I mean, like whatever. It's like he's like Bilal Muhammad. I mean, these guys don't really finish anyone. But like as a fight fan, like I want when you're buying pay-per-views, man, you want to see some action, right? You don't want to see this guy just fucking hold the other guy against the fence. I mean, like that's what I hate about Marab. I mean, at least Bilal Muhammad can wrestle guys and he can strike with people. Like he's willing to strike with people and mix it up. Like Islam the same way, Habib was the same way. Like Habib's striking was pretty shit. I mean, Habib's striking was never good. His striking never was that good. But he just made it work, right? Like he just kind of made it work. And at least Habib, when he got on top people, Habib could like go for submissions and he could like throw a big ground and pound. And even Bilal Muhammad was throwing some ground and pound over Leon, and he's striking with him too. But Rob, he'll strike with Umar. I think he's gonna be willing to strike with him. I don't think Umar's just gonna like snipe him that quickly. I think Marab has a pretty good chin on him. I don't think Umar's a power puncher by any means. He can maybe catch him with a kick or something like question mark kick because Umar has really good question mark kicks, leg kicks, and I think that's where like Marab's gonna struggle. I think at range when Umar starts mixing in leg kicks and he's going up top with the high kick, then he's mixing in takedowns, like he's shooting takedowns behind it. That's where like I think Umar's gonna be better at. But like we haven't really seen anyone push Umar's cardio, right? Like so I don't know what kind of cardio Umar has. I know he's training with Habib and those guys, so like, those guys normally have pretty good cardio, but we haven't seen anyone push Umar yet. So this fight should tell us if this goes the distance. I think Marab is gonna push him. He's gonna push the pace, and he's gonna try to push the pace, even if he's not able to do. But my pick is Umar, guys. I've been picking Umar, and I'm gonna go with Umar. Funny, we have the same finish. Yeah, I could see that on 200. No kissing, bro. You better not even try to do that against Dagestani. They're all gonna jump him off if he tries to do something like that. Oh man, Hill is a pussy. Can't pick him, even though Jerry is an idiot, a likable idiot. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. Honestly, I hope Jerry wins. I think he could win. I think people that are like saying Hill is a fucking lock of the century. I don't think he's a lock of the century. I mean, there's ways that Project can win that fight, and there's a reason that those lines are like basically that even. I mean, and I get them favoring Hill just a bit. Um, Honestly, I hope it's a good fight. I really hope it's a good matchup. I think Rob will be winning on scorecards before Umar KOs him. Honestly, like I'm gonna be celebrating like crazy. So honestly, I just want Umar to just go out and win. I don't even want to see him losing early exchanges. Like that could happen. I mean, that definitely could happen. He could get caught up in a submission if he's winning early. Like then he just um, forgets about the finishing upside. Umar 6-5 win streak. Mario, yeah, I heard Rob talk about that. I know he's not happy. Like, bro. So does he want to fight Mario Batista? Like, is that who he wants to fight? I mean, I don't, bro. People like Rob keeps talking shit about how Umar is like hasn't fought anyone. Who's trying to fight Umar like before like no one was signing the paper to fight. Was the Jose Aldo trying to fight Umar Nurmagomedov? I don't think so. Like who else was he trying to fight? Like the only guy that was trying to fight Umar was Corey Sandhagen from the past 2 years. I don't remember anyone else trying to fight Umar Nurmagomedov for the past 2 years. I don't remember anyone. There's no one else. Okay, maybe there's like one. Who was it? Who was it that was trying to fight Umar? There's definitely someone. I mean, but there's someone that I was trying to fight Umar, but I can't remember who it was. The top 10. Maybe it's just Corey Sandhagen the whole time. Rob has a staff. I think most of these guys. I mean, they have staff like almost every card. I mean, I don't even like. I mean, it's definitely like you got to think about it, but I think like anyone that wrestles, I mean, you're gonna have some staff direction. I don't think it matters that much. Like Islam had it last time. I mean, Rob has this time. Like Benoit Anthony had it. Like fighters have that almost every time they fight. It could. I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter. This guy just his cardio. Like, is that gonna matter if he's using antibiotics? It might not even be like staff. It might just be like some pimples or something. You never know. All right, main one, guys. We got Islam Makhachev. Is it Makhachev or is it Makhachev? I think Makhachev, right? I think Dagestanis they say Makhachev. Islam Makhachev versus Makhachev. I think Makhachev. The K is silent, maybe. So guys, we got title fight at 155. Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. This is bro. We have like former champions tied for 3 title defenses right now. So like, if Islam goes out there beats Arman Tsarukyan, I mean, he's gonna be the best lightweight fighter ever. I mean, the best 155 ever we've ever seen in the UFC history. There's really no one else that's gonna be ahead of Islam Makhachev. He goes out there, beats Tsarukyan. He goes out there, finishes Tsarukyan. I mean, like, who's gonna be there? Who's gonna beat Islam Makhachev? There's really no one else, no one in the top 10 that I can see like being like less than like minus 250, plus 250 underdog over Islam. I think Gamma would be like plus 400, honestly, like plus 400, plus 500. Yeah, I don't think that would be even close. Moicano would be like plus 500, plus 600 over Makhachev, I think. I mean, like 155, man. So he's gonna have to move to 170. Yeah, I think he's gonna move to 170 after he beats Tsarukyan, because he's gonna beat Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan's problem is, guys, like he can wrestle pretty well. Like he's gonna be dangerous in the first 2 rounds. I think he's gonna be dangerous in the first rounds. He's explosive. Like he can take people down. He can knock people out. I mean, he's pretty good. He's got better. I think Tsarukyan probably has a better ground and pound than Makhachev, but Makhachev has better BJJ and control when he gets to those positions on the ground. I mean, because Arman can cut you open with the elbow, so that's where Arman's gonna have to like go for it. Like if he gets top position on Islam Makhachev, we have seen people land ground and pound Makhachev. Not many people have been able to do it. I mean, Volkanovski was able to do it in the 5th round. I mean, that might have to, there may be something was going on there because the rehydration period. I mean, didn't give Makhachev enough of a rehydration period to recover and get his weight up. I mean, so maybe that had something to do with his cardio there against Volkanovski in the first fight. I think Arman's gonna put up a pretty good fight. I think this one's gonna go the distance. So I hope Makhachev finishes him, but I think Tsarukyan is fucking tough, man. He's tough as nails. I've seen him get rocked before by Joaquin Silva. took the fight on short notice. Shouldn't be getting rocked by Joaquin Silva, but it happens. I mean, it happens. I've seen him. Obviously, almost got stopped by Sir Oliveira, but the guy's tough, man. We know he's gonna be there. He's not gonna look for the door. I just think I think Arman's gonna win a few rounds here and there, but I think Makhachev is gonna be able to win the majority of this fight. So he's gonna control where the fight takes place, and yeah, that's the way I'm gonna go with this. I don't blame anyone taking Tsarukyan money line because there's really no anyone else at 155 that can challenge Makhachev. Makhachev can go out there and make it look easy, guys. He can go out there like finish him in the first round, and then you're gonna be like, holy shit, that was too easy. But I don't think it's gonna be a good fight, back and forth fight. Is there a benefit to having short stock? An arm like Armin seems like his elbows in full guard. Yeah, he throws nasty ground and pound. Like his ground and pound doesn't take a lot of elbows to cut people open either. Um, yeah, I think Armin's like him versus Oliver. I mean, I don't know if that fight was 5 rounds. I think that fight should have been 5 rounds. That would have told us a lot more. Because I just didn't like the way he kept letting Oliver like get on top of him, put him in full mount. I mean, like, bro, like he had to rally back and win that fight. Like that was close. Like he was close to losing that fight. Like I picked him there, and I think it was really fucking close to losing that fight. Like the way he was like letting Oliver attack submissions and all that stuff. If Islam can get it in the same positions and he's attacking the same submissions, man, like I think Islam can like finish the submission. Honestly, like I think Islam's a lot stronger than Oliveira. Oliveira has like different submissions, like probably more variety of submissions, but Islam is like better. Like he can finish. He's got better squeeze. I feel like than Oliveira, where he can finish you with like arm triangle from top position. Like where Oliveira can like he's mostly a guy that can like submit you with the like rear naked choke or like an arm bar or like something like that, right? That you can club and sub. I mean, do you think Armin will make him bleed? If this goes like the over three rounds, I think they're both gonna be bloody. I think it's gonna be a dogfight. What if Makhachev forehead? He does cut open pretty easy though. Like we gotta think about that. I mean, he does open up pretty easy. To be honest, Islam's top control is a little overrated. I don't think his top control is as good as Habib, honestly, but I do think his BGG is better. Like um he's got better like back takes, and like he can go from one position to the next position like more fluidly than Habib versus Habib. Like Habib had really good back takes, man. The way Habib took Gaethje's back, I mean, that was slick. That was slick. The way he just took his back and like choked him out. Yeah, Islam, like he's lost a few rounds here, man. So like he does lose rounds from time to time. That Poirier fight was a 3-1. It wasn't 2-2. I know people that are saying 2-2, they're coping. I mean, come on, like I watched that fight back. That wasn't 2-2. That was 2-1 or 3-1. I mean, but Islam, yeah, he does kind of tire out later. But I think Armin gets tired more than Islam, to be honest. Poirier, Volkanovski, Armin, 5-1. I think that's the way it's gonna go. I got Umar KO only. I like that at minus 170. Yo, it's only minus 170 for Umar KO only? Really? It's gonna be like minus. There's no way. KO only? Oh, you mean okay? It's KO only. I thought you said finish only. You might as well just bet the KO. I mean, it's like plus 400, plus 35. But you're not gonna get your money back then, right? I get it. So yeah, KO only is not that bad. Minus 170, like, because he doesn't have a lot of KOs, right? I guess so. Is that why it's only minus 150 or 70? Yeah, it's actually not that bad. KO only. Because Marab, like, even if he lands ground and pound, like this, I don't see a stoppage. That's not the best line. 3-1. Yeah, I think I had it 3-1. I watched the fight back and I was like, "There's no way," because I keep hearing people all week talk about, "Oh, the fight was 2-2, this and that." Like, it wasn't 2-2. Even the Volkanovski fight, I mean, that was like 3-2. The Volkanovski fight was 3-2. Honestly, Islam won 3 rounds pretty clearly there. But people only remember like the last round. I mean, because Islam he got kind of tired right later. So it should be like plus 160. Marab is tough. No, I think he said finish only. So it's not saying like KO. He's saying like So like even if he doesn't get a KO, if Umar doesn't get a KO, like as long as he's not the one getting KO'd, he'll get his money back. So I think that's what he means. But you're right, it should be like at least plus 100. That's not bad though. I don't think that's pretty safe though if you want to like be safer. Even like say like money only, like finish only money lines for some of these fighters. I mean, like even like let's do money line. Like which money line finish only is safer on this card? Like Moicano finish only, guys. Moicano finish only is not horrible, honestly. Like, but Neo Darius is so fucking chin. He's been KO'd like 5 times. He's taken so much damage. So I think Moicano finish only is not the worst look ever. Because if this goes a distance, I mean, Darius can win that distance. I mean, but you'll get your money back. I think maybe Prajka finish only, but Prajka can get KO'd himself. Maybe Ritter. I'm probably just gonna pass this one. This one under 1.5 rounds. This should go under. I'm going both under 1.5 rounds in these two. This one, I don't know. All kind of might have a fucking crazy chin on him. This one, I think this one's gonna go over 1.5 rounds, but risky, obviously. Jack Reese underdog, obviously that one. Rob ain't doing it, bro. I'm fucking like he better not, bro. I'm gonna throw my fucking PC and my monitor out of my window if that happens. Like, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for Rob to win, man. I'm really not. I'm really not. Hell no. I have one book until June. You get if you want to like 2 good books like Bet Online and like DraftKings, like those are like 2 good books. So excited for the Coleman and them, bro. Like I just can't wait to like see fucking Rob out. Like I just want to see him get 50-45 to like get finished. After what he did at UFC Saphir, like that was so boring, bro. UFC Noche. I was like so drunk on that card, and I got sober like after watching that fight main event. I mean, that sobered me up. I was like so pissed off too for the next few days. Gotta go walk my dogs. See you all. Best of luck, bro. Good luck to you too, Andrew. Bro, I'll see you soon. I'll be live probably tomorrow and the next day. Like I'm gonna be live the next few days, so we'll definitely be live the next few days. I mean, chill. I'm probably gonna do a live quiet companion for this card like I normally do. I mean, you got Karahosa, bro? I can't, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Maybe I'm fucking simping for Perez. I mean, but I honestly like I don't care about that fight. Honestly, I'm just gonna pick the underdog because there's a chance that Perez can win that fight because Karahosa, like as good her taking defense looks in some of her fights, and her volume is crazy. Like she can keep that fight on the feet. I think she's probably gonna win. She might even get her first stoppage. I mean, that could happen. Honestly, like third round stoppage, I could see that. Because Perez's striking is not that good, but probably goes the distance. I mean, like she's gone the distance 7 of her fights. Even when Karahosa's landing like 200 significant strikes, it's still going the distance. I mean, she can't put away these girls. She's got nice leg kicks though. So on the feet, I mean, I do like Karahosa, but I'm gonna pick the underdog there because if she can get takedowns on Costa, it could be a closer fight. Never bet woman favorites. I mean, there's like some of them you can trust, I guess, but normally, yeah. This year, I gotta learn my lesson from last year. Stay away. It's not illegal in my state until June. Then we get all the books. Okay, it's not legal right now. For us, like we can use any book here. We just can't do drafting lineups here in Toronto right now. Yeah, that fight is a dogger pass. I'm gonna pass. I'm passing on that one. We're just gonna sit back and watch that one, have a couple of beers, and just enjoy. Hopefully, we get some fucking post fight celebration from Eileen Perez with the twerk, right? The twerk. Hosa over. Yeah, I think it goes over. I do think it goes over as juiced as it is. I think it probably goes over. I want to bet Perez at that line. Probably wouldn't be a bad bet, honestly. Maybe just put like I'm just gonna pass, bro, but wouldn't be a bad underdog play, honestly. Like it could play closer. Yeah, plus 200. I think this should be like I think Hosa should be like minus 180 or like minus 200 at the very most. Shouldn't be like anything over minus 200. Because he still got taken on by I think she got taken on by that 40-year-old what was her name? I know she's a good like Olympic wrestler or whatever, but like she's still 40 years old. She wasn't supposed to win that fight. Sarah McMahon, I think it was Sarah McMahon. That was a while ago, I mean, but some of these fights are close, man. Like her fight with Gianna Santos was a split. Her fight with Leland Lansbury was a majority decision. I mean, some of these fights are close. So like, who's to say that if Eileen Perez goes out there, makes this fight kind of close, the judges just kind of like giving it to her, like fuck it, like just give it to Perez. Let's just give it to Perez. At least she's marketable. I mean, she does OnlyFans and all that stuff. I mean, we all like we enjoy some entertainment, right? Like what the hell is Kara Hossa done? I mean, she hasn't done anything for us. Like I think she like isn't she lesbian? I think Kara Hossa's a lesbian. Let me see if I can pull up Instagram here. Let's go to the Instagram and let's do the research that we need, guys. We already broke down the fights, I mean, so let's do the real research now. The research that really matters. Let's look at some up and coming talent, guys. Someone's MMA, NWMA right now. Let's look at Kara Hossa. Does he have anything to offer? I don't think Kara Hossa has anything to offer. But like, I don't know. Denise Gomes, I think they're probably like, they might be dating. I don't know. I feel like they're dating, right? Denise Gomes and who is it? Denise Gomes and Kara Hossa. Kara Hossa. Okay, yeah, they are dating. So who's the boyfriend in this one? How does this work? Anyone know how this work? How this works? Is so who's the boyfriend? Like who's the girlfriend? I'm gonna say Denise Gomes. I just feel like with that haircut, I feel like she's the boyfriend in this relationship, probably. I feel like probably Denise Gomes. You just said ale. Bro. They take turns. How do you know that? Is that how it works? They take turns. Okay. So like whoever wins the next fight takes turns, right? Guess that's how it works, guys. The breakdowns are already over bed, so we're just gonna chill for a bit. Just gonna chill for a bit for the next 15 minutes. Probably we're just gonna chill. Then I gotta end the stream after. Let's just see. So Perez. Let's check Eileen Perez's not only. I mean, that's true. Let's see what kind of shapes he's in. Isn't that Guida Canetti? That's Guida Canetti, right? Guida Canetti. You guys remember this Guida Canetti guy? Bro, I miss this guy. This guy was I used to like to watch Guida Canetti fight, man. I made some money on this guy betting him as a dog. Like Guida Canetti was the fuck. This guy was like 40 years old, still finishing people in the first round. Like Guida Canetti was a problem. It wasn't a problem. I mean, let's be honest, but he wasn't that bad. I wish he was still fighting in the UFC. I think that's Guida Canetti, right? It's got to be Guida. Yeah, it is Guida Canetti. Is he? They cut him, right? The UFC cut him, I guess. Damn. I know he got subbed by like Mario Batista or something like that, so they cut him after that. They cut him pretty quick. Yo, what's going on, Cover? Cover in the house. Nice, bro. Douglas Mem was wild. What would you say? What was Douglas saying? Yeah, she looks like she's in shape. I mean, is that? Yeah, this is from this camp, right? This is from this camp. Like, bro, you guys seen this shit? You guys seen this shit? This is actually pretty hilarious. Oh shit! Isn't her kid right there too? Like her kids are like right next to her. Like, how do you let your kid fucking do that to you? Like, I mean, how do you let some guy fucking do that to you? Your kid's right next to you, like. It's gonna be tough for a kid growing up. I mean, yeah, this is the only WMA fight on the card. I think, by the way. Rob is pretty fucking hilarious, though. Bro, this is how Rob recharges his fucking cardio, guys. This is how Rob gets his fucking cardio back. Right there, you guys see it right there. Her ass is probably socky as fuck. I don't know is it real? Like, I can't even tell if it's real. I don't know if she has fucking implants. I feel like she probably got implants. I don't know. She looks like she's got implants. Yeah, I know. Yeah, years fighting Lopez, right? Which card is that on? So let's look at the cards that are upcoming, guys. Let's take a quick look at the cards that are upcoming. We got Adesanya. I mean, we got this one, right? It's not on this one. This is actually a pretty good card. This is a fight night card, guys. Bro, Abu Dhabi is getting blessed, bro. When they come over to Canada, they bring pay-per-views to Canada. We get fucking Mayra Buenosova. Mara Buenosova versus Raquel Pennington as a co-main event in Canada, guys. And the undercard is fucking terrible. We got like Malcolm Gordon versus Jimmy fucking Flick. Start the card off, guys. UFC 297 in Canada. Like UFC hates Canada, guys. Honestly, they hate Canada so much. UFC 297. Amanda Nunes versus let me see if I can remember this. Aldana. Main event, guys. UFC pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, guys. UFC Saudi Arabia. The main event. Israel Adesanya versus Imavov. Co-main, Magomedov versus Mikhail Wenen Page. Main card, Pavlovich versus Rosenstrike. They're Magomedov versus Oliveira, bro. This Aldous Care versus Moniz, but I'd be happy if they had Aldous Care versus Moniz as a main event. I mean, on the fight night card in Canada. Honestly, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that. I'm not even kidding with you guys right now. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. Like, I'm gonna have to move to Saudi Arabia, I guess. Like, holy shit. Like, I don't even want UFC to come back Canada. Like, I'm just kind of like done with this at this point. Like, look at this, bro. Like, this, like, they're probably gonna have Jasmine Jastrovici fighting for their title in Canada on the next pay-per-view. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. There's really no one else in Canada that's gonna be like fighting for the belt anytime soon. Mike Malott is fucking garbage. Mike Malott is shit. He cannot fight, man. Mike Malott is the worst fighter from Canada right now. That somehow has hype on him. I don't even know how. I don't know how anyone can watch Mike Malott versus Trevin Giles and think Mike Malott has any fucking future in the UFC. He doesn't. I can't wait to fade Mike Malott. He didn't even try to like get us. He wasn't even trying to grapple fucking Giles, man. Like, I'm so pissed off at Mike Malott. At least Jasmine Jastrovici is out there trying to win the fight. Like, she's trying to like actually finish fights. I mean, I think she's gonna finish Mara Buenosova by submission. Not submission. I mean, I don't think she's gonna finish it. I think she's gonna just beat her up. I think she's gonna beat her up. Mara Buenosova, she's a gasser. Doesn't have any gas tank after the first round. If she doesn't stop Jasmine Jastrovici in the first round, she's gonna get fucking. She's gonna get pieced up. She's gonna quit. We had Makhachev son and over Sova's underdog there, and she came through for us. We got Bogdan Guska versus Lucas Alexander. You guys remember this guy, Lucas Alexander? This guy fucking cost people so much money, and then he just went off the radar after. I remember this one. People were paroling this guy like he's a lock of the century. I was trying to tell people, bro. I was trying to tell people that like don't trust this guy. This guy's I don't think he's like as good as people think he is. Like, and then he gets fucking cross-checked in the first round by Jeka Sergey. This card's actually like pretty good, man. I think Ikram Alizkara is like the lock of the century, guys. Ikram Alizkara by like KO. I think I'm gonna fucking hammer everything I have on that. Parlay piece. I think he's a great parlay piece, honestly. Minus 500. I think that's discount. I honestly think minus 50 is a discount. He should be like minus 10,000 here. Money's just not gonna get a submission off her back, and he's got bad takedown defense and no cardio. His chinny. But he's only loses to Russian guys, man. Like, other than like what's his name? Paul Craig and Brendan Allen. Like, he lost to like Murzakanov, like lost a lot of like tough guys. I mean, Murzakanov, like, I think he's suspended, right? Didn't Murzakanov get suspended recently? I think he's suspended now. I don't think he's gonna be able to fight for a few months now. Jasmine's a new grand GSP. Let's give GSP some respect, bro. Come on, let's not compare him to WMA. But I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. Jillian Robertson is probably on that card. She always is. Bro, Jillian Robertson is not my girl anymore. She couldn't finish that fucking girl, Pinheiro. I'm pissed off. That was my lock of the week. I managed to pick one fight that didn't go the distance. That went the distance, I mean, to finish. I mean, strawweight. Like, what am I thinking, bro? Like, how do I get myself to pick strawweight fight to finish? I mean, as a lock of the week. Like, I wish I could go back in time and like talk to myself. Like, that one pissed me off that she couldn't finish. I should have just picked this girl, fucking Jasmine Jasper to finish. I mean, see, at least he found the finish. Yeah, I mean, they're probably gonna put it on the same card, on the Canadian card. I mean, I don't even know if there's gonna be another Canadian card. Because like last year, Canadians took an L off for L. I mean, I don't know how many L's Canadians took, but it was too many to count. Way too many last year. Yeah, I think Ikram is the lock of the century in this one. This one, I think this one's gonna go the distance, but I'm gonna lean towards Magomedov here. I do think Magomedov can win this one. Michael Wayne and Page, as good as the striking is, guys, he's he is. I wouldn't say chinny, but like he has been chinned before in Bellator, like by I think it was like Lima, like a long time ago. But I've seen him chin before, so it's not like chin's like he just has got a crazy chin on him. But Magomedov, I don't think he's a crazy power puncher, but he can find openings, man. Magomedov is not that horrible. This card is crazy, guys. I cannot wait for this card. Well, like, let's look at the next few pay-per-views now. DDP versus Strickland. I'm probably just gonna bet DDP on this card and just like chill with the rest. The only guy that I like on this card is DDP. I want to bet Tatiana Suarez as underdog, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Tatiana Suarez is pretty good. So I think she's gonna be able to submit Zhang Weili. I think she could submit Zhang Weili. Honestly, I'm not even kidding with you guys. Like, I'm gonna lean towards Tatiana Suarez in that one. Zhang Weili, as good as she is, she can get taken on. I mean, Rose, we've seen Rose take her down a few times. I mean, over and over. And if Tatiana takes her down, I think it's gonna hold her down. It's gonna be able to backpack her, find a submission at some point. So I'm gonna go with Tatiana Suarez in that one, picking DDP obviously in the main win. Teixeira's gonna win this one, but probably not gonna be any value betting on that. Maybe the under 1.5 rounds there. This card's actually pretty good. Jimmy Crute, isn't he retired? Was Jimmy Crute retired though? I swear this guy was retired, right? Yeah, I definitely okay. UFC Seattle is great. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. Because Canada ain't got them. Bro, we got some money here. Come on, chill the fuck out, Core. See will be a backup. You think it's gonna be a backup for that Brandon Silva fight? I mean, I don't think he's gonna fight a Jasmine Jaswis. Is he fighting a strawweight though? Backup for you mean backup for the championship fight? I mean, can C be a backup for this fight? For the strawweight fight? I mean, C's on a win streak, right? I think Julian Robertson is on a few win streak right now. There's really no one else at 115. Maybe Jandiroba. I mean, Jandiroba could be next. She could be the backup for this one. Jandiroba probably makes more sense having Jandiroba as a backup for this one than Julian Robertson. Jandiroba is coming off that armbar submission win over Lemos. I think it was Lemos. Seidner Magomedov. Yeah, that one's a banger, man. I might go with my boy Oliveira, honestly. Like, but I like Nurmagomedov. I'm pretty high in Nurmagomedov. He's supposed to fight who was he supposed to fight? I know he's supposed to fight someone else. Who was he supposed to fight again? Wasn't he supposed to fight someone recently? Like, the fight got canceled. Yeah, he's had a bunch of cancellations. He's supposed to fight Daniel Santos. I bet him there against Santos, but I got him actually like -1 200, and they canceled the fight after Santos ended up pulling out. Then he's supposed to fight Danny Marcos. I think he's gonna be Danny Marcos. I still think he can beat Danny Marcos. Yeah, this is gonna be a good matchup, man. Oliveira. As long as Oliveira doesn't shoot a takedown on him, I think he can outstrike Nurmagomedov, but it's gonna be fucking tough, man. It's gonna be tough. He's definitely up against it here. Because Nurmagomedov is a problem. Nurmagomedov can wrestle, he can grapple, he can strike. He's got crazy kicks. I mean, crazy front chokes when you shoot takedowns on him. It's gonna be a tough matchup, but I'm probably gonna go with the underdog, Lock Dog, my boy Lock Dog. We cast him 2 times in the past when we got him at +200 over Ricky Simone. We had him over Solpai as a lock of the week. So I'm gonna roll with my boy Oliveira as long as until I see otherwise. So I don't go against Russians often. I mean, but Oliveira is probably that guy. But he's definitely makes mistakes in the striking. But yeah, this is a good card, man. Naima versus Ofli, man. This is a bad match for Ofli. Ofli should not be fighting Naima here. He's way too undersized, and he's gonna pay for it here. I think Naima is gonna be able to beat him by decision. We got you guys, our favorite blob, Samil Gaziev. Yeah, she should fucking win that fight. I mean, this is an interesting matchup. I mean, GM versus Mike Davis. On paper, I think Mike Davis should probably like take him down, submit him right away. Probably first on submission or second on submission. Davis should probably win this one. Well, for GM's taking defense has been getting better recently. Hasn't really been fighting the best grappers, I mean, to be honest, but this is definitely going to be jump up for GM, I feel like, even though Davis is like lower in the rankings than GM. I do think Davis is better in the wrestling and grappling. I mean, but striking, obviously, GM is better than striking. That should be a good match. That could be a good underdog on GM if you think he can defend takedowns. All right, guys. We've been here for a minute, guys. We've been here almost 3 hours, so I'm gonna take it easy, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the live stream. Show those people live right now. You guys, I'm sure you guys can chill, find a stream. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Maybe I'll go live later. I don't know. Maybe I'll go live later tonight. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe for the press conference. No guarantees though. But yeah, I think we streamed enough for today. So I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow. So I'll be live the next few days. I mean, for sure. So have a good weekend, guys. And be responsible when you're betting on fights. I mean, no guarantees in this game. Just gotta let you guys know that. I'm out of here, guys. See you guys later. And make sure you guys like the stream and subscribe to the channel, guys. Make sure you guys leave a subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't subscribed. But I'm out of here, guys. Later.